Good evening, race fans, and welcome in to tonight's coverage of the Universal 500. I believe this is the fifth running of the Universal 500 here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. Long, exciting race, 500 miles, 200 laps of very, very aggressive and smart drivers getting ready to grid up and get going for the great race. My name is Matt Gagnon, and tonight we're also here joined by Carter Cook, our pit reporter. Carter Cook, how are we feeling for tonight?
We're feeling good. This is going to be a nice, exciting race, and we're going to see what happens. Hopefully, it's going to turn out good.
Hopefully it's going to turn out good indeed. Drivers are getting ready to grid up, and we will be getting ready to go fairly shortly for the fifth running of the Universal 500. So tell me, Carter, long race ahead of you. What kind of strategy do drivers need if they want to be crowned Universal 500 champion?
Well, you got to have patience, definitely. That's partially my problem at these races. I don't have very good patience. So my strategy is usually to try to hang in the back and not try to go three wide. But these are tough to not get wrecked. You only get one faster pair, so you got to be on your toes the whole time and try to get the dub.
Try to get the dub indeed. As drivers are getting ready to get rolling right now, we're going to head through your starting grid, starting with last season's champion, the 12 car, Finnegan Myers. He'll be starting on pole here tonight. Right outside of him, we got Logan Brink, winner of duel number 2. 95 machine Colby Duckworth, second row on the inside. Zach Trevino will be sat 4th. Kai Collymore will be sat in the 5th position. Trenton Wilkin in the 05 machine starting 6th. Kendorian Davis in the 25 and Chase Crawl making up row number 4. The 22 machine Christian Zarate and Jackson Brown will round out your top 10. Starting 11th, 98 machine Connor Blasco right alongside the 7 of Tyler Helms. Zachariah Cartledge in the 38 machine starting 13th alongside Peter Hoppy to round out row number 7. Last night's winner in the JRS Contender Series, Alexander Alvarez in the 45 starts 15th. Nick Martinez, rather, forgive me. 77 right behind Gavin Austin with Aiden Cobarrubia, I believe, in the 18, starting 18th. 00 Spencer Morris starts 19th with Brogdon Whitworth starting 20th. Nick Rhodes, Riley Ibanez, Dylan, David Wilson, all starting towards the rear with Rex Jenkins, Aiden Walker, Xander McKinney, all in the back. Heading to the restart zone here. On the green flag we go, and we're going racing here. Let's start racing. Let's crown a Universal 500 champion.
Good start by the top. They have the advantage.
One lap down, one lap completed, led by your champion, Finnegan Myers. Here comes the run on the outside, led by the 24. Looking like he's trying to build up a solid run here to go ahead and get around the 12 pretty early. Head down the back straightaway, looking a little squirrely in the middle of the pack here on that inside line. Trick here is to try and hold it as close to the bottom as you can while getting the nice pushes from the guy behind you. That's where you're going to build that run back up on the bottom and hopefully make a run to try to get back up to the lead. You see 24 Logan Brink, 2 lead changes in 2 laps so far. Going down the back straightaway. Inside line, looking to build some momentum. Connor Blasco giving some nice pushes, or Colby Duckworth rather, giving some nice pushes to the 12 machine. Look at that run they get going into 3. Clears the 24 by a mile. 12s takes the top side with the 39 right behind. Back to the lead goes Myers. Whoa! Bit of a checkup there in the middle of the pack. Top side, Peter Hoppy gets sent a little bit backwards. Couple car lengths back from where he wanted to be, right behind the 77 machine. Everybody stays clean and we stay green here. But it's a battle of self-control here at the super speedways, trying to compose yourself and keep yourself calm, cool, and collected, and trying not to make super aggressive moves too early. That's the problem that a lot of drivers face. They make aggressive moves way too early, and that's how they end up on pit lane and out of this race.
Outside lane, moving a lot faster as Nicholas, I think, I'm not sure who that is. Base Trail moves to the bottom lane.
So far, so clean. We're heading to complete 5 laps in. Ben Myers so far has commanded his lead very, very cleanly and very professionally. Looks like we got another checkup. That's the 18. Aiden Cobarrubia will confirm his name pronunciation at a later time, but looks like a little bit of a checkup. That's the thing with these Gen 7 Cup cars. They build huge runs on corner exit, and you got to know when and how to take these runs. That's why you're going to see rather a lot of these checkups here. Drivers with big runs. And speaking of runs, let's go 3 wide middle right there. Watch out, folks. We're splitting the sea of cars right now.
Three by 3 now.
Like Nick Martinez took the nose, pushed it straight through the middle. Everybody stays clean. Gained a little bit of track position there, but that outside line seems to be building that momentum and is now pulling away from the rest of this field.
Yeah, these drivers' goal now is just to get to the high side. But as Trace Crail comes down with the 77 push.
4 cars up top, 2 down low with 1 in tow. That's a 7 of Helms right behind the front 2 who are making it work pretty well. Crail and the 77 machine, Gavin Austin, gonna push their way up to the front now. Tyler Helms right behind, and the 2 are gonna make a push up to the top side. Finn Myers makes a move down low. Will Collymore follow suit? He will. Logan Brink behind the 77, trying to catch back up. What beautiful sequence right there. Whoa, looks like the 77 tries to make a move on the 83, but the 83 came down the block. Wow. Beautiful scene here as the sun sets in Daytona. We're about to take it night racing in the Universal 500, the 5th running of the Universal 500. A beautiful night to do so too.
The bottom lane now with the momentum. The top lane's gonna try to build a run here.
Looks like Creole and Gavin Austin seem to be working well together. Who's that in the middle trying to make a move happen? That's the 05 right there. Trenton Wilkins sneaking his way up to the top side. Snaking his way up in there. Oh, almost. Wow. 83 goes up top and looks to give the air to the front nose of the 77. Maybe trying to play a little, some tactics here to cool off the front end of these cars. You don't want to blow up in the middle of the pack and cause a big one. Really quickly, I'd like to take a moment and recognize a very, very good looking paint scheme. That right there is Gavin Austin. Look at that beautiful, beautiful paint scheme. Just shining in the sunset.
It makes me very hungry.
It does make me very hungry. You know, it's been a little bit since I've been to Wendy's, but I kind of want to go to Wendy's. I might want to. I kind of want to get one of those strawberry frosties now. That just looks amazing. That is gorgeous. Whoever made that scheme, whoever did that spec map, that was gorgeous. Beautiful job on that. That is amazing.
Sure is, as the leaders are side by side. Finn Myers and Chase Crail.
Back even, going down the back straightaway here. Creole going to take the lead on the top side and is pulling away from the bottom about 3 car lengths. But the run on the inside, looking to build something back up. Collymore with the big pushes to the 12 car. 2 championship rivals from last year working together to put together a nice run and get back up to the front. We got a lap car coming up in turn 1. One car seems to have lost the draft. We will see who that is once we catch back up. But whoa, bit of a squeeze there. 77 looking to dig a little bit lower than the 83. Whoa, big wiggle from the 39 of Collymore. These pushes off the corner that get you all knocked out of alignment here. Knowing how to time them is what you need to do to get together a nice big run. Lap car is going to stick it to the apron. We stay green here at lap number 12 of the Universal 500. Creole going to take the low side. Worked so well with the 77. Oh, no, maybe not. Goes back up top. Leaves Finn Myers alone on the bottom to play both lanes if he wants to. Not gonna happen, but he's gonna fall back to the front bumper, the 39. Wow. Beautiful pushes, beautiful pushes. Couple drivers maneuvering up to the top. 2 moved up, 2 moved down. Leaders to the bottom here, leaving Logan Brink all by himself up at the top side to lead it. But wow. 83 and the 77 playing beautiful games here to control both lines.
Trace McDowell started in the way back. Now he's moved up all the way up to 12.
Very, very smart driver there. That's part of the benefit of these draft style tracks, these super speedways. Qualifying position is helpful to a degree, but when you have cars like these that can just suck back up in the draft and just make moves and swim through the field, you can start wherever and make a run for a win here. We're heading to about lap number 15. Let's go ahead and do our first segment of the year. Let's go ahead, turn off the mics, turn up the volume, and let's get loud.
Matt, are we muted?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
"17 laps in. Let's get back to the action here, folks." Ben Meyer is still up towards the front with Kai Collymore in tow, controlling the top side with Nick Martinez right behind them. Two drivers down on the low side. We got the 22, the 38, and the 18, along with the 95, all together trying to form a run down low. Once that top line gets moving, it's really difficult to get something put together down low. These cars really do love the top side, and it's a setup they have on right now. Very quick, very fast, and they love ripping that fence.
Ripping the fence, let's thank our sponsors. Ripping the Fence, joining in for a couple of races this season, and full-time, the official sponsor of the UiS and the Cup Series.
Thank you very much to those wonderful sponsors, Ripping the Fence, Filter Time. The support means a lot. For those of you out there with a brand, an association wanting to get a part of this league, everything is for sale. Go on, join us, DM any of the Universal iRacing Series social media accounts, add us on Discord, join us in Discord, come be a part of this wonderful growing league. Bottom lane seems to be putting itself together right now. Christian Zarate looking to make a move for the lead. Big help from Zachariah Cartledge. Getting it together, getting it down, really putting the run together. Trying to manage those temps though, seems pretty difficult. Zachariah needs to roll off just a little bit, get some clean air on the nose so he can push, get that guy up to the front.
Also, thank you to Regal Wraps and Designs, and Football Coach College Dynasty will be sponsoring the Contender Series Homestead, and Admin Box along as well.
And some great sponsors offering some great support to help further grow this league and make it even better than it already is, if I can say that. So far, so green. We're about 10% of the way there. So, Carter, how long do you think you can make it on fuel here? And when were you looking to pit?
Well, I'm not really good at fuel calculations since I'm not the smartest at math, but I usually just go when the other guys pit, which usually around like lap 50 green flag stop, lap 50, 60, around there. So
Come on right there. And one interesting thing with the pit stops is you got to have friends with you. You need teammates. You need fellow drivers of the same manufacturer. You need them with you. Because if you don't, you pit solo. You don't pit with enough guys. You're going to be left out to try. You will be laughed. You will be out of the draft. You will not have the pace. Something you got to manage. Something you have to be smart with. A lot of these drivers have teams of their own, are teammates with other drivers here, and have great alliances with each other. Trying to coordinate between everybody will be a challenge. And another challenge is coming on the pit road itself, trying to fan out and without taking each other out. You're going from about 200 miles an hour down to about 55 or 65, I believe. It is a real challenge, but with these next-gen cars, they have some great brakes. They have big brake calipers. It helps a lot. You can really dive it down in the pit road. But sometimes that leads to drivers being a little too aggressive. Managing it is where the best drivers will prevail.
Yeah, that's what's hard about being a one-car team, because you don't have that communication with the other drivers. So you can definitely lose the draft and lose some positions on pit road because of that.
Take a little hop over to the blimp camera. Show some love to the blimp camera real quick. Beautiful angles, showing off the scenes from Daytona. Gorgeous cars, gorgeous scenery. Might see a plane or two land. We don't know. Better hope it's not Delta. But Collymore and Myers really putting it together here. Really putting on a show, staying out front. But keep in mind that Myers is burning a lot more fuel than everybody else in this field. He's led a lot of laps here. Can't tell you a definite number of how many laps he's led, but he's led a lot of laps. Nick Martinez Jr., you won last night in the Contender Series. He's currently running in third on the top side, fighting alongside Christian Zarate, but also managing his fuel. He's also managing his fuel by sticking in the draft of Collymore, not putting too much of an emphasis on trying to get too close to him, being really overly aggressive. Sticking back in this draft is really going to help save more fuel. It's going to cut down time spent on pit road, and it's going to greatly improve your strategy. We have about, I believe, 20 or 30 more laps till we start seeing pit stops here. Fuel cycle starts to, the fuel window starts to open. We got a lot of drivers that have shown some preference, gotten a lot of help from teammates here, and want to see them align. You want to get down to the bottom as soon as you can whenever you think you're ready to pit. Myers showing off, saying he doesn't want it. He doesn't want to. He wants to lead some more laps here. Most laps led out of any other driver here so far tonight. We are still very, very early into this race. Who else do we have back here? Chase Crawl. I believe he's a new driver this season. He's doing a very good job right now, hanging up in the top 10. He's playing it smart. He's playing it smart. He's trying to wait for a window to snag an opportunity, to make a move. Speaking of moves, Kai Collymore makes a move down to the bottom. He's going to take the lead from Myers. He'll be pulling the 22 of Zarate with him, going back up to the top side. Might have been a strategic move, trying to save some fuel. Myers has been out front, burning a hell of a lot more fuel than Collymore, and now we're going to give him the draft and see what he can do with it.
Another driver we should talk about, Zachariah Cartledge is racing with a 102 fever today, and he is 5th, so he's doing really good for his conditions.
We've seen the Michael Jordan flu game, which really is the Michael Jordan food poisoning game, but will we be able to see a Zachariah Cartledge fever game? Driver from Florida has been right behind the 22 of Zarate, putting on a great performance, pushing that driver as hard as he can. Will the cards play in his favor? Hopefully get one done tonight. Logan Brink. We'll take a moment to appreciate Logan Brink. Ever since I started doing Universal iRacing broadcasts, Logan Brink has always been the man. He's been the guy I've seen win time in and time out. But I will say the field has greatly expanded. We've got some very talented drivers in our field tonight, and I don't think Logan Brink has been able to dominate as much as he has to in the past. So I think he's got his work cut out for him, and he's got some digging to do.
Yeah, as we see the top lane starting to form up better than the bottom, but the 24 trying to push Tyler Helms back up there.
Beautiful pushes, and it also gives Zarate a break. He's been out front on the low line all night long, trying to get in the draft, save a little bit of fuel. Again, another great strategic move for him. Look at that, Tyler Helms on the bottom. He's starting to poke out towards the front. But here comes the run on the top side. See the 77 make a move up to the top, along with the 18, trying to play his cards right, trying to get it together now. Got about 170 laps to go. We got a long one here. I think one driver's pulling off a little bit. That is the 20 of Trace McDowell. 20 of Trace McDowell. I thought he was going to pit early. Just pulled out of line. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Driver's getting it all down together now.
Yeah, Trace McDowell is starting to get a little bit mad at Zachariah Cartledge.
Any reason why?
Not sure what happened.
Not sure what happened.
Not sure.
We've all experienced road rage on the highway. Imagine having road rage at 200 miles an hour down a super speedway. Tempers are hot right now. Engines are hot. 30 some odd laps in, and it's only going to get hotter.
Trace was trying to push that all over the place. Trace.
Interesting. A little bit of an aggressive move there, but again, no one seems to be hurt from this incident. We're all still driving, staying clean here. Great 2x2 action all across the field here. We have 18 cars in our lead pack here. Everyone else has appeared to have lost the draft and is preying on a caution. First driver a lap down is Xander McKinney. Next one before that will be the 6 of Peter Hoppy. He was the Cup Classic champion from last year. We saw him make that incredible move around the high banks of Homestead, Miami. Beautiful last lap pass to really put the nail in the coffin of the Tyler Helms championship run. A lot of drivers seem to be aligning themselves on the low side, looking like we might be getting ready to see Some dives, some green flag pit stops coming up here. How many of these drivers do we anticipate coming down pit road? How many teammates do we have lined up here?
Well, Trace McDowell. Well, I'm not too sure actually.
Chris McDowell, speaking of, makes a move down low.
I think most of them will come down at the same time because they have the driver chat in iRacing and they can all talk to each other on that, which is very useful.
Only 3 drivers up at the top side. We've seen a line oh so dominant today, just disappeared just like that. Everyone down low trying to fuel save and get ready to make some strategic moves down pit lane. All of these guys in need of some fresh Sunoco fuel and clean Goodyear tires.
The chatter is starting. When will they pit? What is gonna be their strategy?
Let's take a quick ride along with our reigning champ, currently running in second. That's Finn Myers. Let's hop on board with him and see what he's sounding like playing with that throttle. Sounds like he's about 75% throttle going around the track right now. Really trying to squeeze as much fuel out of it as possible. Trying to make this run last just a little bit longer. Oh, you have Kai Collymore stuck flat out currently. But Finn Myers, smart driver, trying to play the strategic game of saving every drop of fuel he can to minimize the amount of time he has to spend down pit lane, gassing that baby up. See if they make that lunge down to pit lane this time by. Oh, a bunch of them in the back look to almost do. One driver down pit lane. We got Ken Davis down pit lane. Looks like a bunch of these lap cars or back of the pack cars. They're making their move down the pit lane. We got Ken Davis, Connor Blasco. We got the 99 down pit road as well. A lot of guys down pit road right now.
Yep, just talked to Trace McDowell, and his strategy is to just take fuel only, no tires.
Fuel only, no tires, as we can make the moves to go down pit road right now. Fanning out, almost 3 wide.
Oh!
Whoa! That was a close one there. Led in by Kai Collymore. We'll see how these drivers fan out. Some of these drivers taking 2 tires. No need for 4 necessarily. A lot of them are taking 4. Long time in the box here. Looks like Logan Brink's coming off pit road.
Logan Brink, been part of this series for a long time.
Logan Brink, Finn Myers, Kai Collymore, Zarate, and Gavin Austin. All in the top 5 here coming off of pit road. Tyler Helms right behind the bunch, but here comes the pack of early pitters right as they exit pit road. Whoa, oh, squirrely, someone stuck in the middle. like David Wilson. Little bit of a late reaction. There's one, gets hooked right in front of the leaders.
Oh!
Logan break face first in the wall. Peter Hoppy on his side. Oh!
Upside down.
Travesty unfolds.
crap.
Lap 40. Caution is out. Multiple drivers with meatball flags. Peter Hoppy, Logan Brink, David Wilson, Riley Ibanez, all with meatballs. Too much damage to continue. Let's go back and replay this incident and see exactly what happened here.
Well, the 88 gets up into the 96 and then causes a massive crash.
You can. See if we can get the full replay here. Yep, 96 gets turned, 24 up in the wall. Oh, the 6 on his side and a lot of damage. Drivers being towed and unnecessary, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
And we just got word that Wilson in the 88 car was the cause of that crash, and he will be given an EOL.
David Wilson, mistake there very early on in this race. The EOL might honestly be a blessing in disguise to give him some time to get any damage he needs fixed and get ready to get back racing, claw his way up to the front if he needs to. We have 160 more laps to go here as we bring everybody back down pit road. Those who have taken only 2 tires now have a chance to get their other set of tires put on, fill up their tanks just a little bit more, and even get some damage repair if necessary. Finn Myers in and out of the box, gas only. Same with Kai Collymore.
Yeah, they just came in to top off right there because they don't want to get the risk of running out of fuel, which is probably the worst thing that could happen at a track like this.
Save, 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 baby. That's what I've always been told about racing at these kind of tracks. So we got Finn Myers, Kai Collymore, Aiden Walker, and Chase Crawl. They'll be making up the first 2 rows. Third row, we have Trenton Wilkin and Aiden Cobarrubia. Couple new faces up to the front mix here, along with the 2 drivers who have been taking control of this race very, very profoundly with Myers and Collymore. So far, so clean. 40 laps in. It's been a solid race so far. I'd say it's been a solid race so far, but cautions do bring cautions, and we might see some more action here tonight from the Universal 500. Up front, that is the 13 car looking to get a wave around. That's going to be Juan Cobbs Jr. ripping the Ford Mustang with what is that on his hood? Is that a is that like an Elmo character? Is that the Duolingo bird? Did he resurrect the Duolingo bird? Embry-Riddle University. Oh, there is
that is a college
there's a
in
Duolingo
Daytona.
bird. It is a college in Daytona. Oh, nice. There is a Duolingo bird on the back of it. It says bye-bye. Look at that.
My neighbor actually goes there.
Oh, I did not know that, but a nice looking paint scheme. I like it. I do like it. It's a very interesting paint scheme. I think it kind of gives off the same kind of vibe as like the Brad Keselowski Minions car with the Minions fire suit, if that makes any sense at all. But I like it. I like it in a weird way.
Yeah.
Lights in the pace car are out. We're going to rack them up, stack them up 2 by 2 once again. heading on down to take the green flag once again. Ben Myers and Kai Collymore commanding the two lines respectively. And on down towards the bus stop. Things are only just heating up here in Daytona as the sun will set. We have the track temp dropping drastically with the drop in air temp, lack of sun hitting the pavement. I think we're getting ready to see a lot more action. I'm waiting to see a little bit of three wide moves to spice things up a little bit.
Sure thing. It only gets more exciting from here. Lap 43. Drivers going to get more aggressive and take more risky moves to try to get to the front.
We're gonna send him down to the restart zone. Let's go over to the starter cam here, and Barney with the green flag in hand. Myers into the restart zone, and green flag back in the air. Let's keep racing at Daytona.
Good start by Finn Myers. He'll pull ahead.
Don't want to pull too far ahead where we got Aiden Walker trying to close the gap right behind, but it looks like Myers gonna make a move up to the top right in front of Collymore. Almost chops the nose off. Whoa! Bucky's car little loose. I think is that the 89 of Whitworth? Yes, it is. No, it is not. It is the 8 of Rex Jenkins. Holds on to it nicely. 12 and the 39 have been paired up together. Two peas in a pod right there, baby. Whoa. Rex Jenkins once again with a very sketchy bobble. 18 of Koborobia makes a move to take the lead to the bottom. Ooh, a bit of a checkup there. Checkup on the outside. 9 car is blinking. Top side looking to get formed up. We'll need a few laps to get everything put together. In the meantime, the 18 is going to take advantage, trying to build the run with the 93. Trying to take a lead here in the Universal 500.
Oh.
Whoa! Might have been a little bit of a sketchy push. The 12 almost gets up into the wall. Maintain speed, and we stay green here. The 12 holds on to the top side. 18 is going to take it low down to the bottom. Rex Jenkins looks like he's having a hard time holding it off the bottom here. Maybe he's getting a little bit of a push there from the guy behind him, but he's holding on to it. As the 83 almost takes the nose, puts him up top. Might be wise to just hold on to it and let the chaos unfold around them. Ben Myers still up on your lead.
Good pushes to the 18.
Very good pushes indeed, but not enough to get up to the top. I stand corrected. He makes the move up towards the top. Koborubia, new leader here at Daytona. Top side very quickly gets formed and put together, leaving the 93 to get put back together. Am I seeing this correctly? It looks like the David Wilson machine and his team has been disqualified.
Oh.
Looks like David Wilson has been disqualified. The 88 car off the track. and being sent back to the garage for the day.
I think it was for that crash that happened on lap 40.
Oh. Covarrubias trying to play a little bit of defense here, but Myers and Collymore are glued together practically. These two are trying to make the move. They're also bringing in the 16 right behind them. That's Zach Trevino. He's making his face known up there. Look at the guy, Zach Trevino. What a guy. Covarrubias blinking just a little bit. He's disappeared. Whoa! What a block as he reappears off the track. Splits Collymore and Myers off of each other. Big stack up. Whoa! Whitworth holds onto it. Hold on to it. He's still holding it. Oh, he's off the track though. What a save! What a save by the 89 machine. We stay green. Kai Collymore in the lead. Aiden Covarrubias still holds the bottom, being pushed by Finn Myers. 16 still holding on to it.
Just a little bit too much bumps from the 8.
We got some damage to the 38, Zachariah Cartledge, in that incident. Whitworth says looks pretty clean, but that incident doesn't seem to be very good. Oh no! I didn't know what happened here. I saw a bunch of off tracks. Alex Alvarez and Riley Ibanez might have gotten into it as going down the back straight in their own pack. Oh, there it is. Ibanez goes around and he's in the grass. We stay green though, back up to the front. We are a quarter of the way through this race. Wow, a lot of action in the past couple of laps. Kai Collymore still in the lead. Finn Myers now 3rd on the inside line and 7th overall. Zach Trevino giving the pushes to the 39. All bunched up together. Looks like we're gonna stick it 3 wide. I think that's Kendorian Davis looking to make the top side work. Wow! Who just went off the track? Is that Covarrubias?
It is.
What just happened there? You look up and all of a sudden he's taking it down to turn 1 of the road course. Let's see what happened here with a quick replay. Oh no, looks like he was a little slow and got a quick turn off the bumper of Finn Myers. He's got sent off the track and is now out of the draft. We do have Kai Collymore still in the lead of the bottom with Trace McDowell right in tow.
The 40XL drivers meet each other on the bottom.
Wow. Truly an unexpected move. No one could have predicted that right there. 40XL working pretty close together as the 83, I believe that is, just made a big move up towards the top. Oh. Whoa, Kai goes high. Down goes Trevino. The Premier setup shop. Chevy Camaro putting in the work to try and get back up towards the front. Look at that beautiful sunset right there. Let's go to the drone camera. Let's see what's happening here. That doesn't look good. Let's go to the blimp camera. Now let's go to the other drone camera. That also doesn't work.
Oh.
Kinda looks good. You can see Ken Davis up towards the top. Anyways, let's go back to the blimp camera. How about that? Let's just keep it on the blimp camera. Ken Davis up towards the front, getting pushed by the 83, 77 right behind on the top side. Then you got Ken Davis, or Kai Collymore rather, with Zach Trevino and Trace McDowell's teammate right behind, and then Finn Myers right in between those two on the top side. This is a pretty stacked top 10 right here, if I do say so myself. Is little brush with the wall. The 83 just get a little brush with the wall. Oh, Ken Davis with a blink. Holds it straight as the 83 is gonna make a lunge down low. Gonna put it back together. Is he gonna make a move up top? No, he is not. Kai Collymore gives him the push. Chase Crawl back out up front.
Dorian Davis getting swallowed up.
Trace McDowell holding up to the top side. Barely. Wow, what a gap right here. These two drivers putting together. The 83 in the 39 just pulling away from this field. They're doing a little bit of a tandem draft. This is some old school Daytona style racing right now. Look at this. Right behind, you got the 77 and the 16 locking bumpers, trying to make that move up towards the front. They're gonna go high. Wow, look at this tandem drafting, making it work. Zach Trevino to the lead in Daytona, but not for much longer, as the 77's gonna abandon him. Gavin Austin making it work. A little side draft and a push from the 83. He's gonna get back out front, taking the lead away from Zach Trevino. But here comes the rest of the pack. 3 wide, Finn Myers up top. Zarate with a little block, kills the momentum on the top side. Ooh, 05 goes a little low, almost gets into the 20. 3 wide action here at Daytona. Whoa, aggressive side draft. 05 is blinking. Pulls it off, and we are back 2 by 2. Christian Zarate in third, makes a move from the top down to the bottom. This will leave Finn Myers to get pushed by Nick Martinez, but with a little bit of help from the 77. Good draft here, and a beautiful segment with the blimp camera. Trevino and Collymore still pulling away from the pack right here, as they're still bunched up side by side. Gavin Austin he looks like he's actually trying to play both lines right here to try and catch back up. But we do have, remind me again, that's Juan Cobbs Jr. up front. Juan Cobbs, he is a lap car, and he is right in front of the leaders on the low line right now. Is gonna hold the low line and stack up the leaders. Is he gonna pull down to the apron in the tri-oval? That sends Trevino and Collymore up to the top. 3 wide in the back of the pack as he re-enters the track. Still clean and still green. Oh, Finn Myers dives down to the bottom. The moves and the action are only intensifying here. Lap number 60 here. This driver's last pitted lap number 42. 18 laps on this stint right here. Everybody is still fairly even in terms of strategy. Plus or minus a tire or two. But Zach Trevino still holding on pretty soundly.
Things are starting to calm down a little bit from earlier.
I want to take a quick ride on the Chase Crawl machine. Let's go on a quick ride to the Chase Crawl machine. Let's see the sights and sounds from the interior of the chase crawl machine. Here you have the helmet cam. This is the chase crawl helmet cam. He's trying to be really gentle with the steering, trying to stay right behind Kai Collymore, keeping it smooth. From Ohio, Club Ohio at least. Not sure if that's the Ohio, but trying to hold it smoothly as Finn Myers is making his way back up towards the front here. Hop on the nose of the Finn Myers, not the Finn Myers machine, but the chase crawl car. Nice little ride along there with Chase Crawl and the tailor-made Chevy Camaro. Here's still lap 63. Still a long ways to go in this race as we are about to reach 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've gotten a lot of green flag laps in. So far, a very good race. Not too many wrecks, but we have seen a decent amount of run-ins with a couple of drivers. Kai Collymore takes the low line. Whoa! Big shuffle there. Chase Crawl, 3 wide middle with the Zach Trevino car sinking like a rock in the ocean. Down to the back of the pack, leaving a little bit of side draft. He's got a gap. He makes his way back through, but Chase Crawl gonna take the lead away. Ooh, Trace McDowell. He's stuck 3 wide. Trying to get a little bit of a side draft here. Not going to work necessarily.
Gavin Austin making his way back to the front. Top lane starting to form up more.
Gavin Austin is a great pusher. He's been pushing the leaders, no matter who it is, all day long. But speaking of pushing and leaders, the two duo, Kai Collymore and Finn Myers, just make their way back up. They find themselves together once again, and they are just glued together. I called them peas in a pod earlier. They really are. They really are. Like Wilson. Not Wilson, but Austin getting a little bit of air on the front nose there. Might be running a little bit hot. You might see that outside line start to fade just a little bit if he's not managing his temps properly and is currently running hot right now. But he's right on that bumper, just mere inches away. Whoa! Here comes the move. Crawl down to the bottom, and Austin to lead the outside with pushes from Colby Duckworth.
Speaking of Finn Myers and Kai Collymore, I believe they have a little bit of history with each other from the championship race. When they banged doors, Kai Collymore went into the inside wall. Finn Myers won the championship.
I do believe there were too many championship implications during that race to truly remember. There was a lot of action. Those 2 races at Homestead were pretty good, though. They were pretty good. 05 is blinking once again. Ooh, we got to move 3 wide. Going around Gavin Austin is Colby Duckworth and the 35, Jackson Brown. The inside is currently pulling away from the outside. We got a couple cars slow and in the way of the leaders. We got the 18, the 89 rather, and Rex Jenkins all fanning out and in the wall even. These guys need to get themselves figured out. They're right in front of the leaders as here comes Chase Crawl with Brogdon Whitworth right in front. They get themselves figured out up to the top side. We'll watch out as we are not just 2 by 2, but even 3 wide behind these guys. I don't want to look.
The 89. Oh!
Whoa! Did I just see the 8 just go down into the 89? Very risky. Very risky.
Might need to get out of the way.
Yep. Lap car implications here. The 89 is currently in the mix. Whitworth right in front of Duckworth. But still, Crawl is in the lead. We're currently heading towards a very nice lap 69. Clean and smooth and single file throughout your field so far. As that's Peter Hoppy coming off of pit road in some service. We have Jackson Brown in the Guns N' Roses car. He's the lone ranger of the top side currently for the time being, unless we have, yep, we got a bunch of cars, a lot of cars, even more cars going up to the top side. Joining them, we have Tracy McDowell commanding the top side for right now. Trying to get a little side draft off the 22 and the 16.
Oh, the 95 gets shoved out. He'll go to the back of the longest line. Trace McDowell trying to make that outside lane work. Gavin Austin pushing him.
Ooh.
4 cars lined up there.
It looks like I would be willing to bet we have the likes of Finn Myers and Collymore willing to take the move up to the top side to get around Chase Crawl. Ultimate goal here would be to separate them, one up top, one down low, and control both lines and manage the runs as best as possible. These two drivers are looking to work together, put themselves in a optimal position to make a move for a win here and let all the chaos happen behind them. Yeah, there it is. Finn Myers. Oh, fake move up top, blocks the run from the 20 of Trace McDowell rather. We'll see a move going up top here. Not quite yet.
Oh. And Trace McDowell gets shoved out. He's going. Gets swallowed up. Nope. He gets to the bottom.
Wow. Down to the bottom there. Trace McDowell leaves Garrett Austin to lead the top side, as seeing a couple moves there. I believe Colby Duckworth has just jumped up to the top side here.
Outside lane. 4 takers. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Around 8 cars up there.
Ooh, Jackson Brown takes him 3 wide. And Nick Martinez up top with Trevino down low. All by himself, though. He's going to get sunk back. He's got a gap down low and up top, though. He's going to go up top. Pat Collymore back up to the front, though, but Chase Crawl and Gavin Austin, huge run up top. Wow. Aiden Walker goes down low. Nick Martinez right behind. He's going to link back up with Collymore. Big pushes in the corner. Oh, Trevino up top, right in front of Trace McDowell. Almost gets into the 16. Wow. Big bunch up here for the lead is Nick Martinez and Collymore working together nicely. As Martinez, last night's winner, he's gonna be up front, taking the lead away in the 500.
McDowell goes to the bottom.
right on board with Finn Myers right behind Collymore. Let's actually go a little bit deeper in the pack. Let's go to Colby Duckworth. Let's ride on with Colby Duckworth. See what's up with Colby. Mid-South driver, started third, currently in 10th, but making his way through the pack as we go 3 wide. I think that's Nick Martinez. Got shuffled out of line just briefly, but Chase Kroll and Kai Collymore still fighting it out for the lead. But here you go. Colby Duckworth, chill guy. He's up here. He's now in 8th, right behind Jackson Brown and Finn Myers in the bunch. Just kind of hanging out, saving fuel. Let's see what his RPMs are at right now. They're it's ran a little conservatively. I think you could save a little bit more, but he's playing a little conservatively, you know, riding in the draft, trying to save as much as he can, managing his temps pretty well. Smart driver, smart driver.
I have a little story about Colby Duckworth and how he joined the league.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I was doing a Marconi race at Legacy Atlanta, and he was running a filter time car, which is my dad's company. So we asked him to join the UiS, and he did, and now he's here to stay.
Oh, that's a very interesting story. I didn't realize that Filter Time was your dad's company. I had no idea. So that means I gotta be really extra nice to you. Got it.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Kai Collymore still up front. He's leading currently. See that because he is out front. But Zach Trevino leading the outside line. A lot of these guys doing a very good job. I want to praise these guys. Very talented and very clean drivers. They're getting it together. They know what they're doing. Very smooth and clean drivers, I gotta tell ya. He's got a good bunch here.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little angry at each other. Brogan Whitworth and Zarate, not too happy.
A little bit of driver beef just from tempers flaring, that's all. Kai and Myers doing pretty good right now. Still, if link back up, trying to play it smoothly, save a little bit of fuel. Wouldn't be surprised if they had the spacing to do so, to switch spaces and have Myers be back out up front again to let Collymore get some draft and save a little bit more fuel. We have turned day to night here at Daytona, and the speeds are only increasing.
Car is looking at their best right now with the reflection from the moon, especially the Gavin Wendy's mobile.
Speaking of, let's take this time. We're currently about 36 laps into this run. Let's go ahead and take a little zoomed in walk through this field. So currently up front, one of our championship 4 from last year, we have Kai Collymore. He's been out front a lot today, but another driver who's been out front a lot today is Finn Myers, who's right behind him. Last year's champion, reigning champion currently. He's been doing a great job. Started on pole, been up in the top 5, if not in the lead, all day long. Smart driver, great worker. I know him. He's a great guy. Up top, would have been a championship contender last season had he not been available for the championship race. It's Zach Trevino, another driver I've gotten to call his name for the past however many races I've done for this series, and I've gotten to know him a little bit. He's a great driver, smart driver, smooth driver. You always see him up towards the front. Nick Martinez, he's got a little bit of a story with him, you know. He's gotten some bad rap for some of his moves on some previous wins, but managed to clear his name at Auto Club last season. He's a very well-intentioned driver, and you can see it right now. He's got some respect from the drivers. He's pushing and shoving his way through here. He's currently sat 5th. Outside line, we got Jackson Brown, another regular in the series. He's currently in 5th. Beautiful Guns N' Roses scheme. I love Guns N' Roses. But right down low of him, we have the 83 of Chase Crawl and the beautiful, reflective, tailor-made car. That is a shiny, shiny Chevy Camaro. I like it. I like it a lot. And another, I've already given my praises to the designer of the 77 Wendy's Mobile. That is a gorgeous car. Gavin Austin, great scheme. Colby Duckworth, we've mentioned, interesting way he's entered the series here with the story we've gotten from our dear Carter Cook. Is we're going to take a quick pause as we do have, that's 18 going down pit road. Coming for service all by himself, though. Colby Duckworth. Who else do we have? Connor Blasco. Haven't gotten to say his name too much. He's riding in 10th. Solid driver, having a solid day so far. 98 in the Monster Machine. Again, another newer driver to the series, I do believe. Aiden Walker in the Jones Racing Setup Shops Chevy Camaro there. Beautiful car. Beautiful car.
The drivers are putting their hand out the window. It's time to come down pit road, I believe.
We will take a brief pause as it is time to come down pit road. Drivers fanning out oh so much. Here we go. Try to bring it down smooth. No speed. Don't speed. 4 wide down pit lane. All drivers in smoothly to the best of my knowledge. Kai Collymore leads them on soundly. Your leader currently is Connor Blasco. What do we have to say here, pit reporter?
I think most of them are taking fuel only. Some of them just right sides. I don't think anybody's taken all 4.
Kai Collymore just took 4.
Oh, Kai Collymore took 4.
Kai took 4. Looks like it's going to be Martinez, Myers, and Collymore coming out pit lane. This is going to leave Blasco and Duckworth to come pit as a duo. This will put Martinez in the lead currently. And then you got Collymore and Walker to make the top 3 by the time they cycle around. Hopefully we don't have any incidents like we did last time where we failed to make the moves to give space to the guys down low, and guys down low don't have respect for the guys up top. We got to keep it clean, keep it green. Let's get back racing here. Martinez with a fresh set of tires and not good fuel. Sunoco fuel. Ready to rip around the high banks once again. They passed the 2 drivers that stayed out the last time. They've stayed clean enough to keep racing again. As looks like the top 4 is separated from the guy behind it. Trace McDowell, who is separated from Zach Trevino, who is separated from everybody else from Jackson Brown on back. But Gavin Austin really just can push anyone who's got a car. He's linking up with Jackson Brown. A little tandem action going on right now. Trying to catch back up to the front pack here. We'll keep an eye on the gap to the drivers in front. It is shrinking drastically. About a 10th every 3 seconds.
Gavin Austin's starting to get a little bit hot. The temps.
First 5, all single file so far. But we got the Jackson Brown and Austin train trying to plow their way through. Harrow's starting to fall back a little bit as the guys up front have squared things out. They're now about 2 seconds out from the boys up front.
This race has been pretty clean so far, except for one caution. But other than that, it's just been some good aggressive moves.
Very good aggressive moves, you're right. Trent Wilkins just ran your fastest lap, a 45.693. Right after Finn Myers just ran a fast lap of 46.1, 5 seconds faster than the first fastest lap of the session. Take a look at Trent Wilkins. Yep, he's in the middle of the second pack so far. All these guys trying to line up and get back, roll into the front, but they've got a very good, very far buffer between Jackson Brown, the leader of the first pack, and the tail end of the second pack in Zarate. We do have the help of some lappers here. We got Rex Jenkins and Peter Hoppy right behind.
Peter Hoppy flipped earlier in this race in a massive crash.
He did flip earlier. I do believe we have one fast repair in this race. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe we have one fast repair in this race.
I do believe that is correct.
So far, very clean. Again, very quick praise to all the drivers in this series. Great job on you guys, keeping it green. We've seen some incidents last night in the Contender Series. It was a little bit of a caution fest, but props to these guys keeping it clean throughout this race. Front fives are actually pulling away from the leaders, or from the pack behind. Props on these guys. We're going to take a quick ride along right in the center of this front pack here with Aiden Walker, and we will return momentarily.
Gavin Austin and Trace McDowell getting very heated at each other. Race Control is watching that. I just got word. Rex Jenkins has been running the race in 4th gear. He forgot there was a 5th gear.
What kind of news did I just return to? Rex Jenkins forgot there was a 5th gear. Rex Jenkins has been black flagged and returned back to the pits after Failing to remember there is a fifth gear. Spending too much time in the Xfinity and the Truck Series, perchance. But he has been black flagged and sent to the pits. We're coming up on halfway in this race, and we're gonna do one of my favorite segments. In order to prevent the commentator curse, what I like to do, we like to put it in the hands of the Google random number generator as to avoid the commentator curse. So here we are, numbers 1 through 100. Any driver who has the numbers 1 through 100, it's going to be 0 to 100. Can I do 0? Can I do 0 on Google? I can do 0. All right. Numbers 0 to 100. We're going to pick a number. Whichever driver that lands on is going to be the random number generator pick of the race. And we will be defending this driver's chance to win the Universal 500. Here we go. 99. Who's closest to the 99? This is Connor Blasco. Connor Blasco. Let's take a look at Connor Blasco here. So where is he sat currently? Connor Blasco currently sat 16th in a pack currently being led by a very damaged driver. But here's the thing. Sometimes it's smarter to be in the back, right? Sometimes it's smarter to be in the back in a very small pack to avoid the chaos, and maybe be in the pack with the chaos to know where you are on the food chain, right? Connor Blasco is like a snake, right? He's going to sit here and he's going to pick off the weaklings here. He's going to sit and be smart, conservative, and he's going to prey on a caution, and hopefully by the time we get to the end of this race, we'll have a couple overtime restarts. He'll be put in prime position to make a move and be crowned Universal 500 champion. Back up to the lead, Kai Collymore and Aiden Walker, paired up with Nick Martinez, Finn Myers, and Christian Zarate. This front five still doing numbers to the pack behind. They have increased that gap by about a second since we came back from a brief break. Look at these drivers. Smart drivers getting good pushes. What happens when you have all the drivers in this line bunched up as close together as you possibly can get them? You're going to get that accordion effect. Pulling, pushing, pulling, and pushing. Little hot runner right there. Aiden Walker needs some air on the front nose. As you see the pack of lap cars, or soon to be lap cars, heading into turn 3. So far, this is the race of the top 20, the top 12 rather. Everyone else is miles behind.
I'm gonna bring Christian Zarate into the booth in a second here.
All right, we're gonna bring Christian Zarate into the booth while he's racing.
Yeah, well, that's not a good decision. I mean, he's just chilling, single file, maybe.
I mean,
okay, maybe not.
If he requests to be in the booth, I wouldn't pull him up while he's racing.
Okay, I'm not going to then.
Let him lock into his race.
Yeah. I do have a request from Rex Jenkins.
Rex Jenkins wants to be in the booth. All right, you know what? Let's talk with Rex Jenkins. Bring him in here. All right, no. I have to drag him. That's right. Where is he?
I can do it.
Oh, you can do it now. Okay, bring Rex
Yeah.
Jenkins into the booth.
Okay.
All right, I need to ask him some serious questions here. Rex Jenkins, do we have a copy?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, Rex Jenkins, right? You're having the next gen
Yeah.
car, and you forgot there was fifth gear. What happened?
I did not forget there was first gear. What happened was, people kept telling me when I was using the draft to stay in fourth, and so I did. And then I was catching Peter, and I was staying in fourth so I could catch him. We were just by ourselves, and then he pulled out, got behind me, and then he was like, start using fifth. It was just kind of a whole confusion. I've never had to do that before. Plus, I've had problems. Like, usually, it's not this bad where I just have problems catching the draft. It's been, I don't know if my wheels are messed up or something, but
Do you feel like it's a setup issue, maybe?
I don't know. I think I probably should have calibrated first. But also, my wheel and pedal set are kind of junk.
And what's your setup looking like, Rex Jenkins?
It's PXN V9, no force feedback, plastic.
Okay, I've never heard of that brand, so I don't know. If I had my old G920, I would send it out to you right now.
Thanks. Gotta get.
It's the thought that counts, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Turtle Beach did come out with a new like force, or not force feedback. It's not really a belt driven. I think it's more of a gear driven, like fake direct drive wheel. It's a little bit better than the Logitech, but I think it's about the same price.
I'll look into it.
Look into it. You should.
Hopefully we can rebound next week for a better finish.
Yeah. Is there anyone you'd like to shout out for tonight's race?
Not really.
Not really. Well, Rex Jenkins, everybody. Thank you, Rex.
Thanks for having me.
That was Rex Jenkins right there, out of this race, and unfortunately out of this race, but still here. We're well past the halfway mark here. 100 more laps to go, 99 more laps to go rather. We got Rex Jenkins ready to go for next week, but air being put onto the front nose of the 93 and the 39 giving it to him. Top 5 is pulled out about a half second from the guys behind. And we're still just racing along here. Let's go through our field. Let's check out our field, right? Who else do we have here? It's Peter Hoppy. Peter Hoppy's on track. We're going from back to front here. So Rex Jenkins, he's parked. Peter Hoppy, he's the last car on track, 6 laps down. 10 laps down, rather. And then we got Juan Cobb Jr. Juan Cobb is 3 laps down in the Duolingo car with Riley Ibanez only 2 laps down. Then we got Aiden Kovarubiach, 18. He's 1 lap down. 1 lap down as well, Zachariah Cartledge, and also 1 lap down, Brogan Whitworth. Last car in the lead lap is Alexander Alvarez. Then we have Ken Davis in the 9 car. We also do have Xander McKinney, Nicholas Rhodes, Colby Duckworth, Connor Blasco in 15th. We have Tyler Helms, Spencer Morse in the 00, just the 0 in this car. Trace McDowell, he's out of the draft and all by himself. Then we start moving up to the lead pack. One of them, at least. We got Gavin Austin, Logan Brink. He was involved in that wreck earlier. Took his fast repair. Back in a good spot to hopefully make some strategic moves and get back up towards the front after an unfortunate event like that. Trent Wilkins, he's in the 05, sitting 9th. Jackson Brown. You got Chase Crawl, Zach Trevino, and those two are being teammates-ish, working together, trying to get their way back up towards the front pack. They're doing so just slightly. They cut down the lead about 4/10. from when we last checked in. Then in the front pack, top 5, Christian Zarate, Finn Myers, Nick Martinez, Aiden Walker, and your leader, Kai Collymore. Interesting stack up here. Very interesting stack up here. It's a very strategic stack up. Everybody here in tonight's race, single file on the bottom line, trying to sort themselves out and increase the lead. Is unfortunately, I think Christian Zarate is either trying to go for a fastest lap or slowly losing the draft. But right behind these guys, you see that in the camera angle here, that second pack is slowly catching up to the front guys. I believe the draft goes out about, I want to say it was 8/10 or 9/10. Anything past that, you're out of the draft. So once these guys in the second pack can catch up to the front leaders, maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to get back side-by-side racing, 2 lines going at it, or maybe we'll get some more fuel-saving action here. No idea, but we will keep an eye on this strategic journey here. Christian Zarate did not indeed lose the draft, but Zach Trevino and the gang is still cutting that lead down just slightly, shaving it down. Let's compare. So they were about 2.75 seconds off the leader last time by. Is Zach Trevino up top must be looking to cycle back and save some fuel here. And if I'm correct here, I don't know. I think there's some damage. Yeah, there's some damage on the front end of the 77 car. Not exactly sure where that came from, but Gavin Austin has some front end damage from pushing way too hard. I don't know, but wow. Looks like the front pack, the second pack, has just lost the car. And probably one of the best pushers in this race right now. And with that move there, the second pack has lost about 4/10, another 3/10 off the leader. Play a little bit of a strategic move here. We probably have about another 20-ish laps until we have to pit again. These boys trying to sort themselves out and get it together. Oh, look at that. It looks like Jackson Brown is trying to cycle out of line here. And he's going to get put well behind the Gavin Austin machine. Back up to the front. Let's go back up to the front here. We're 110 laps into this thing, 90 more to go. We're gonna have about 2 to 3 more pit stops and a lot more action to be unfolded here. Whoa, all right, here we go. Action. Lappers right in front of the leaders. Front pack here is gonna have to maneuver around the high side of the lappers. It looks like we got some guys trying to make some moves here in this lapped line here. We got, what are we doing here? 3-1 action. What are we doing?
They hold it straight.
3 wide, Covarubia. Whoa!
Oh, into the wall.
Into the wall,
Oh,
bouncing, banging. Watch out, Cartledge. Oh, turning in. Riley Ibanez. Oh, holds it straight. We stay green. What was that?
How did they hold on to that? That was Zachariah Cartledge hitting the wall first and then hitting Riley Ibanez, I think.
Ibanez. Wow. All right. Cars behind, single back out, go to the low side.
Xander McKinney getting heated on the radio.
That move right there didn't really affect the front pack too much, besides the maybe loss of Christian Zarate, who is now about 6/10 off, but it looks like he does still have the draft. But it didn't really affect the gap between the front pack and the second pack too much. So we have 5.5 seconds between the two. And even with that, the second pack still has to go around this horde of lappers. This is all being led by Chase Crawl. Trying to build something together here, but they got some draft tiers. Oh no, 3 wide, watch out guys, watch out. Covarubia, still 3. Whoa, Cartledge all squirrely loose off the end of the, whoa, door banging. Jackson Brown tags Covarubia. Still 3 wide. The Xander McKinney machine is still up top. All right, everybody's made it through. About 6 seconds between the front pack and the second pack. Kai Collymore still out front, has been out front for a long while. If I may offer a strategic adjustment to this front pack and any pack as a whole, you have to have 2 roles up. You have to have 3 roles, actually 3 roles, right? So you have your leader, obviously. You have the guy pushing the leader, and then you have everybody else. So this is the job, right? If you're the leader, what you should be doing is you should hug, and I mean hug that yellow line in the corners, right? Hug that yellow line in the corners. And then on the straightaways, that's when you give the drivers about that quarter lane. That's when you give the drivers that quarter lane to get some cool air on their front nose, down to the bottom, right? And you can still push them down the back straightaway. You get the cool air. You can push them in the corners where you're going to gain the most time. That's how you're going to gain speed or increase that gap between these 2 drivers. Now, the guy behind you, his responsibility is to push ever-living life out of you without wrecking you. And then the driver, the role of everybody else is to get as close to the car in front of you without pushing him too much. If you can manage those 3 roles as best you can either increase the gap to the cars behind you or decrease it to the cars in front of you.
Yeah, you don't want to push the pusher. That's what they say.
Yeah, you don't want to push the pusher. You can definitely push the pusher, but you don't want to push him too much. You know, you don't want to push him like you're pushing the guy in front of you. Speaking of, cripple nose Gavin Austin still finding a way to push. He's got right behind the 83, still putting it together right now. Yeah, look at that. All right, we're coming up to about 80 to go here. I'm about 80 to go. We might be looking to pit here some point within the next 10 laps, I would give it. So I think strategically what you should do, if you can try to get it to about lap 130, if you can find a way to get it to about lap 130 or 131, 132, somewhere around there, I would pit on lap 131 or 132, somewhere around there, right? Yep. You're gonna go as long as you can. You're gonna manage your fuel. You're gonna go till about probably, I would go till about lap 170. Go about lap 170. Assuming there's no caution, pit again, and then you're good for the rest of the race. That's my strategy right there. 2 more stops in this race, and you need perfection. In and out. Did you know? Here's a fun fact for you guys. Did you know? The biggest difference between pro drivers and non-pro drivers is simply the time spent on pit road. Those pro drivers know how to enter pit road, gain as much speed as possible, stay as fast as you can without going over the speed limit, get in and out of the box as quickly as possible, and then go on exit. That is one of the biggest difference, if not the biggest difference, between pro drivers and, you know, just us regular guys.
Yeah, I can prove that fact because I am absolutely horrible on pit road. I miss it at least 50% of the time.
I did say practice makes perfect. I know it's corny to say, but it's true. Practice does make perfect. All right, let's get some crowd engagement here. All right, let's talk about racing, right? Favorite racing memory from everybody here, you and me, both, Carter. Let's also include the chat here and all of our listeners. Talk about favorite racing memory. Can be your own, can be one you watched. So what's your favorite racing memory, Carter?
Probably watching Michael McDowell win the Daytona 500 because Trace McDowell, who is actually in this field, we're really good buddies, and I got to watch Michael, and that was awesome.
Yeah, I remember when I was watching that. I was in my bed the day before, like at midnight, before I had to go to school the next day, and I'm up screaming and yelling with my mom's room like right next door. And I'm like, and she's like, "Oh my God, what happened? What happened?" I'm like, "Oh my God, Michael McDowell just won the 500." It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I think, my favorite racing memory, selfishly, is my own, right? I used to race a little bit in real life. I did a couple races in a very terrible car. Why are there cars down pit road? There are cars down pit road. We're gonna pause this real quick because we got cars down pit road. We got that second pack has come into pit, hitting a little bit earlier for the Gagnon strategy, but Logan Brink, Trevino, and Krall make it out.
Chase Crail wins it, and more cars coming down pit road as well.
Cars coming down pit road. Yep, this first pack coming down. Looks like you can only make it a little bit less than 40 laps. That's my bad strategy. We're going to reassess the Gagnon strategy later. But Kai Collymore into his box. Finn Myers up towards the front. Second pack making their way around. Tires, gas, go. Myers taking 4. Colley taking 4.
All 4.
Who's gonna win? Walker off pit road, but Colleymore's gonna take it from him. All right, let's get back racing here, folks. We got Kai Collymore up at the front with Aiden Walker, Finn Myers, Martinez, and Zarate. Looks like the last pack here with Duckworth, Blasco, Helms, and Morris is also coming down pit road here. What else we got here? We got, all right, the crawl and the fellas. They've seemed to separate a little bit. We only got Krall, Trevino, and Austin. With Brink needs to catch back up. Brown needs to catch back up. Those boys need to catch back up to each other if they want to get back at it, right? We got Collymore, Walker, and the fellas. Those guys. Walker and Collymore. They're pushing. They're all the way out there, really far in front of Martinez, Myers, and Zarate. They need to link back up if they want to keep going. But they do have a very, very healthy 6-second lead, which is shrinking about 1/10 every 5 seconds currently. They need to bunch back up, get back up to speed as soon as possible if they want to continue their little, I don't even know what to call it, their dynasty, their their run here, I guess. But yeah, they're pushing together. All right.
Their attempt.
Their attempt. I like attempt. There we go. But yeah, all right. They've gotten it back out together. They're gaining about a tenth every 5-10 seconds. But my favorite racing memory. We'll go back. I used to race local short tracks. I did 2 races at a local short track with a car that I bought. I sunk too much money into that car, but I raced twice in real life, and it was a fun experience, an expensive experience, but it was really fun. You know, it was a front-wheel drive V6 Pontiac Grand Prix. You know, that was the series, front-wheel drive American-made V6s. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to be a part of. I didn't finish very well. I didn't know a lot about making a setup and adjusting the car all that much. I was just out there having a good time. But I remember I finished my first race. I was about a lap and a half down. I finished about like 13th of 15 cars. You know, not a very good finish. But I ran a race and I got out of my car and I just saw my mom there and she just ran up, gave me a big hug. That was probably my best racing memory right there. You know, that's something that's gonna stick with me forever. Hopefully, at the end of this night, someone's gonna have a new favorite memory. We currently are being led by Kai Collymore. Lap 125 complete. Let's see what we have for fun facts here about our drivers in the field tonight. Let's see what we got. So we got Finn Myers. He's currently sitting in 4th, reigning champion, right? He won the first duel, that's why he started on pole. But he does not have any super speedway wins. He's never won a super speedway. Fun fact about driver number 24 in the second pack, Logan Brink. Logan Brink, he won the second duel, so he started on the outside. But he's won his super speedway record. Not very it's not super extensive. We got Talladega in 2024. We won Talladega in 2024. Yep. Colby Duckworth, who ran a qualifying style similar to the official NASCAR series, where open cars do have to qualify their way in through speed and through the duels. And Colby Duckworth was the best starting open car. He was the best starting open car tonight. Zach Trevino was last season's regular season champion. He's also the defending Universal 500 champion. He's sat in 8th currently, trying to play his strategy game. Kai Collymore, we'll go back up to the front. Kai Collymore. What do you have about him? He was in the championship 4 last year. Finished 2nd last night in the Jones setup shop, Jones Racing Setups Contender Series race here at Daytona. And he won Atlanta 2024. He won the 2024 Atlanta race. Couple more fun facts. Martinez, he won last night. And then that's pretty much it right now. That's all I got for you. Aiding Covarrubias, he's currently being towed to the pits. We're all still single filed out. While we got single file, let's go ahead and turn down the mics, turn up the volume. Let's get loud for a little bit. 70-something laps to go. Less than 70 laps to go. We're actually here 69 laps to go. Funny. Very nice. But looks like the front runners here have been shrunk down from the top 12 to the top 9. Front 5 drivers still pulling it together, but 11 seconds back from the leader. 11 seconds back is the second pack of Crawl, Austin, Trevino, and actually Brink is a little further back in that pack, but you got Nick Rhodes there in that mix too. I think it's pretty surprising to see the 77 of Gavin Austin. He's still chugging along, pushing pretty good right now. I want to ride along inside of him. I want to see what's going on with him. Doesn't look like he's down. He might be down some RPMs here, but it doesn't look like he's down that drastically. I feel like you should be about 180, 400 RPMs going down the back straightaway. Maybe he's down a little bit. I can't imagine him not being down in the RPMs from that nose damage, but he's actually holding on pretty soundly, giving the pushes to Crawl, but it might be time to pull off to the side and let someone like Trevino give him the pushes. So, Carter Cook, let's talk about strategy here, right? We have to reassess the strategy. All these guys are currently on the same strat with about 1 lap difference between the two, right? So which group, if you're the second pack, I feel like you might want to go for an alternative strategy here, right? Maybe you want to pit a little bit earlier than the group in front of you. Maybe you want to try and stretch the run just a smidgen. But it's a little bit difficult because you know the front pack, they're just going to run their tanks dry. The second pack, I feel like they have an opportunity to play around a little bit. Maybe make an alternative strategy. Pit a little bit earlier. Maybe try and pull something together. Pull something together here. And get their cars up towards the front, and then potentially what they could do, pit earlier and then take the lead, let the front guys pit again earlier. I don't know how many sets of tires they have, but pit with them so you're on the same strategy, but now you've overtaken the lead. I don't know if that sounds like a dumb idea. I'm no strategist, but that's just a thought. Just simply a thought.
Yeah, I'm not really a big strategist either, but I feel like pitting early would also be good. And after they pit early, just save fuel, save. And then, like you said, try to pit with that pack and then try to fight for the lead.
But so far, very good, very clean race. We got a lot of these guys back here. Oh, Nick Rhodes, a little bit of a weave. I don't really know what else to say here, man. I got 5 cars, soon to be 15 seconds up from the guys behind him. We got the Duolingo car. No, how about we do this? Let's go for a little bit of a paint scheme review. What do you think? Looking through this field, who's got the best paint scheme? What paint scheme catches your eye?
Well, we've talked about it all day. The one that makes me hungry.
The Wendy's
Gavin
car.
Austin,
You like the Wendy's car?
Wendy's car.
The Wendy's car.
Yeah.
I think the Wendy's car looks pretty good. I do say that, but I think we should probably pick a different car. It looks pretty good. You see there's been some marbles thrown up on it, and obviously the dent on the front end.
Yeah.
Maybe the car got a little hungry, got a little munch out of it, but overall, that car looks pretty good. Unfortunate to see that it's pretty crumpled in, but still a pretty clean looking car.
Yeah.
Let's take a look through the field here.
Actually, I got another one.
What you got? Xander McKinney. I haven't seen Xander McKinney all day. Where is he? Xander.
He is 1 lap down.
Oh, he's got the. I've always heard about that drink. The what is it called? Alaru. Alani. Oh, that's an I. It looked like you. Alani. I've seen that drink in the Walmarts, and that again is a very nice looking paint scheme, and it's got the Canes logo on it too. That looks like a pretty sick looking paint scheme. I like it a lot.
Yeah, Xander McKinney makes a lot of good paint schemes.
Oh, Xander McKinney made that one. He himself made that?
I'm not sure.
Okay, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But regardless, nice paint scheme, bro. Nice paint scheme. And he's got the K1 Race Center. I actually had the pleasure of going to one of the K1 karting tracks yesterday. It was pretty fun. I gotta say, it was pretty fun. It's a close drive, affordable races. And I made an Instagram reel out of it. It was pretty fun, pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
Car right in front of him, Juan Cobb's. I said I liked it earlier. It is still pretty good, you know. It's an interesting car. You know, you got the Duolingo bird up front, the college on the side, and then even more Duolingo on the rear bumper. With the shout out to the social media's RT Racing, the guy RT Racing. Who else do we have here? Take a look while we keep up with the leaders here. I like the chase crawl scheme. The chase crawl scheme I think looks pretty clean. Chase crawl's got a nice scheme on. Tailor made. It's a nice shiny pearly white with the beautiful name rail right there. Look at that. Sponsoring to a T. Tailor made all over that car. Branding all over the car. It is gorgeous. Every ounce of that. It kind of reminds me of it kind of looks like the WeatherTech cars, like the SVG Connor Zilic WeatherTech cars. It looks very good. It looks very clean. I like the white. I love the white.
Yeah, we got a car in pit road, Xander McKinney. I believe he's fixing up some damage.
Oh, Xander McKinney. We were just talking about him. He's pulling off.
Yeah.
All right. Take a look. Who else we got? Logan Brink's got a decent scheme. I'm not sure if I like the team racing logo on the front there. The Cash Culp Racing. I don't know if the green works well with the blue. I'm not sure about that one. Okay, who's right in front of him in the 45? Who's the 45 car? Alex Alvarez. That's a nice looking Boeing scheme. It looks like a pretty good scheme, you know? That looks pretty good.
I also like the 22 Christian Zarate.
The PlayStation car, yep.
The PlayStation car.
PlayStation car. That is a very good looking scheme. A lot of great looking schemes tonight. I want to take a closer look at the Nick Martinez car. I've seen it a lot, but I haven't gotten to really embrace it. Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse. Looks pretty clean. Again, it looks like another a mix between the Jimmy Johnson like black and gray Lowe's schemes with some WeatherTech aspects to it. It actually does have a WeatherTech logo up on the front nose there. Pretty clean looking scheme. A lot of great schemes. And then the Jones Racing setup shop ran by Walker. Another good looking scheme. It's a simple scheme, but sometimes what's simple is best. You know? Keep it simple and it looks pretty good. I also want to take a look at the Trace McDowell car. I haven't seen the Trace McDowell car.
Oh, contact with that.
Tyler Helms. just got into Spencer Morris or one way or the other. I don't know, but they took a little dive down below the yellow line and keep going straight there. Okay.
Tyler Helms was going to the back of the pack, and then he tried to fit in and made a bad block,
Oh, no.
and it did not work.
We're coming up to about 50-ish laps to go. Kai Collymore has been in the lead for the majority of this race alongside Finn Myers, who is in this same pack. But this front pack has been able to put it together. The guys behind him have absolutely no match. They are about 20 seconds out from him. If this race were to go green and we wouldn't have to worry about pit cycles, this front pack could probably get pretty close to lapping the field.
Yeah. They're nice and easy. 6-car pack.
You had not Xander McKinney, but Trace McDowell in this this mix too. I haven't looked at his scheme. I want to take a look at his scheme. Let's see what he's got. It's like a team branded race scheme. The 40XL. 40XL looks very
Who are you
clean.
talking about?
Trace McDowell.
Oh yeah, that one.
That looks like a pretty clean scheme. It kind of reminds me of like I don't want to say Miami Vice, but it kind of looks like one of those like Japanese city style schemes, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's like an anime mix with like a Miami Vice colors.
Oh, caution is out.
Caution is out. Oh, where are we? What just happened? We have a wreck.
Colby Duckworth, I
Colby
believe.
Duckworth. Colby Duckworth. We might have Garrett Austin here too. Let's go back to the replay. Oh no. Garrett Austin off the track up into Colby Duckworth. Oh no. Hey. All right, let's go back even further. Let's see what happens. So all right, we gotta go a little further, just a little bit further. All right. Oh no. All right. Trevino pushes the 77, gets a little squirrely heading into 3, and bing, bang, boom, 77 into the 95, and caution is now out. And that 20-second lead has been erased with just over 50 laps to go. Wow. What a turn of events right there. So now we got to reassess our strategy here. We were anticipating a nice long green flag run to the finish. That's not going to happen right now. We're going to have about 50 more laps. All these drivers will be bunched up together. You're going to have Kai Collymore and Aiden Walker side by side on the restart here. I'm thinking, I mean, you gotta pit here. You gotta pit here. That's a given. You're about 28 laps on this cycle. You're not going to be able to stretch this. Maybe if you think about it like a stage, like this is like a stage break, you got to split the stage, right? So you pit here, you get your fresh tires, four fresh tires, fuel up. Some people decide to stay out.
Coming down pit road now.
Kai Collymore leads them. Nick Martinez with them, and he's going into his box smoothly. Finn Myers, he's making it into his box. Logan Brink right behind, pulling in now.
4 tires for most of them. 4 tires and fuel.
And Kai Collymore, despite being out front as long as he did, gets out front first. believe we're seeing a Ken Davis black flag right now. We got Ken Davis black flag.
Oh. What for?
Not sure what, but I believe he had some issues on pit road. So, Ken Davis, again, one of the championship 4 from last season, made it into the championship 4 in a very dramatic fashion, where Tyler Helms did choke that race away within the last few laps to allow Ken Davis to secure the last championship spot. But oh, it looks like we also got another black flag. Juan Cobbs Jr. got a black flag as well. I'm not sure what for as well, but possibly some more implications on pit road. But we got Kai Collymore, Finn Myers, you got Martinez. That's Walker? Looks like Brink, and we got Nick Rhodes. Nick Rhodes is on the outside waiting for a wave around. So, interesting turn of events. Different type of strategy. You will need to pit one more time. Under these cautions, you better be saving, ripping around in 5th gear, clutching. Don't need to turn the car off, but at least clutch in 5th gear. Save as much fuel. This will be a stretch here. This is going to be a very big stretch. We have 50 more laps to go. 49 at the time of the green flag. We are currently 2 hours into this race.
Let's see if we can bring Kai Collymore into the booth.
Yeah, let's see. Let's bring Kai Collymore into the booth. Kai Collymore.
Shoot.
Is he in Discord right now? I don't see him.
Hello?
Yep, I got him.
Kai Collymore, how we doing right now?
You know, we're doing pretty good. How about yourself?
You know, we're doing pretty good up here. We were having a pretty good night until nice late race caution here with 50 to go. Talk to me about strategy, boss man. What are we thinking? You're gonna have to pit one more time. What are your thoughts? Or is that confidential?
Well, I mean, my thought is right now, what I'll give you is we're hoping for one more yellow within like the next 15 or so laps, maybe 20 laps. But that kind of screwed up our strat. We were working well with the 12, 93, 48, and our teammate of the 22. We had a good run, led a lot of laps, so hopefully we get that bonus point. But our focus is to get that win right now.
Very good. Surprised to see you coming out of pit road so quickly despite leading all those laps. Was expecting a lot more fuel consumption, but you seem to have it down pat right now. Do you feel confident in your ability to take a checkered flag tonight?
Oh, 100%. We've been strong all week, and we're just hoping to get it done today.
Alrighty. Good luck on this restart, driver. Get at him.
Thank you.
Good luck, Kai.
All right, let's move him back down. You moved me. You moved me. We're going back green here, folks. Get ready to go back green. 49 laps to go. Let's get back racing. Sounds like somebody just blew up on pit lane, but Kai Collymore takes it down to the bottom with the 12. 48 right behind the 93 and the 83. Giving the pushes and the shoves. Ready to get back moving again, trying to formulate the top side. Damage fixed on the 77. Gavin Austin's nose is looking a little bit better now. But we got the 39, the 12 ripping the bottom with the 93 and the 83 up top. We just spoke to the Kai Collymore. Kai Collymore is hoping for one more caution here. One more caution, that's his strategy. But very clean so far throughout this field. Keeping it together now. Very smooth, very clean. Look at these drivers go. The lights here at Daytona really make a nice sparkle to these cars. Let's head over to the blimp cam. Go to the blimp. Looks like the
Chase Crail trying to push the 93 of Aiden Walker.
yeah, kind of struggling to get it together. Just gonna need a little bit more time and a little bit more help. But here comes Zarate on scene, helping him out just a little bit. Fairly even, fairly clean in this field. Trying to keep it going off straight the rest of the way, but the tempers have gotten to these guys this entire race, and they are ready to make some moves, and they're gonna try and make a move to put themselves in the position to win. Still have about 46 more laps to go here at the time of the stripe, but still the potential to make something happen early. Aiden Walker takes the top spot on the top side and takes it down low. Maybe trying to control both lanes with him in the 83. Yes, he is. He's going up top. Gonna take the block. Big pushes by the 83.
Will the 83 try to make a move around him?
Zarate closing up, and there they go.
There he goes.
Going down low. Aiden all by himself on the top side. Oh, Gavin Austin goes low.
Whoa.
Switching spots with Kai Cullimore. Big push in the corner. Zach Trevino in the 16 gives a push to the 39. They all stay square and even. Inside is developed. Give it a little bit more time to the outside, but here comes Gavin Austin. Zarate goes up top. Wow. Zarate, full head of steam, trying to make some aggressive moves to get and stay up top. Whoa, almost gets put up to the wall. Holds on to it straight. Big of a check up. 3 wide in the middle of the pack.
Wide.
Watch out. Cars in the wall.
Wrecking.
Oh, Connor Blasco
Nicholas
blood
Road.
dodges it, but that's a lot of cars. Caution is back out here. Whoa.
Spencer Morris.
Spencer Morris. We got Trenton Wilkins, Nick Rhodes, Alex
Nicholas
Alvarez,
Road.
maybe. I don't know. I think there was also the Ken Davis in the mix, but caution's back out. Kai Collymore got the caution he was hoping for, and Christian Zarate is in the lead with Garrett Austin right behind. Wow. All right. Let's go back and see what happened here. Oh no. So, take a look.
Oh, just a checkup.
Bit of a checkup that just turned into a big collection. Oh no. Peter Hoppy was in that
trying to
one
react
too.
to it.
Oh god.
When the 2 of Nicholas Road reacted to it, he took out Spencer Morris with him.
Yeah, that was unfortunate turn of events right there for a couple of drivers here. Ken Davis has received a meatball flag. Too much damage, and he's going to need to come down pit road. But let's see what the strategy is here. Caution is back out.
Oh, they're coming down pit road.
Coming down pit road.
Oh,
Christian Zarate
yeah,
almost fakes. Everybody down pit road except for Cobb, who I believe is looking to get a wave around. But Zarate leads them in.
All right, let's see what they're going to do here. Probably just a fuel top off.
Flash and go might be all they need. Let's see what they can get out of this. Yep, Zarate in and out, splash and go, but Austin very quick.
Gavin Austin almost got him.
Almost got him. Wow.
Christian Zarate wins the race off of pit road.
Ken Davis, believe, took his is taking his fast repair, got his black flag cleared, his meatball. Good on the driver for taking the patience to keeping it clean for the entirety of the race, and only now needing to take the fast repair. This is a very interesting turn of events. We're going to have about 40 laps to go by the time we take the green flag again. Again, another interesting strategy call we might have to look into here.
Let's talk driver of the day. Matt, who do you think is your driver of the day?
Who is my driver of the day? That's a very good question. I didn't have to think of. Yeah, I feel like it would be kind of biased to say Gavin Austin, partially because he has a cool paint scheme, partially because I think he's doing a pretty good job of pushing these guys. But I think I kind of have to go for Gavin Austin, you know? He's doing a great job right now. He's been in the right place at the right time. He's overcome a lot of challenges. He had that damage on the front of his nose early on. He's got that fixed. He's been in the right spot, and he's been pushing people. He knows how to push people, and that put the cherry on top. He's got a pretty good looking paint scheme.
Some other drivers coming down pit road, maybe to top off again.
Oh. We got Tyler Helms, Trenton Wilkins. Yeah, interesting.
I believe it's just a top. Oh no, Zarate's taking tires.
Zarate is going down a second time to take tires. All right.
A couple guys are taking tires.
That's an interesting call right there. That's a very interesting call. But we got Gavin Austin up at the front. Hold up. That's a very interesting call. Nothing I would have expected.
Yeah. Okay. Back to driver of the day. I think my driver of the day is Ty Collymore. I mean, he has led the most laps, and he's been really good and up there.
I agree.
Throughout this entire race.
Very dominant driver. He's been up where it matters at the right time. You know, he's the face of the front right now. Like,
yeah,
he's been good working with Finn Myers all day long. Great driver overall. Great driver. Doing a good job. Hopefully being able to take a checkered flag. And he got exactly what he wanted. He wanted this caution. He wanted this run to the finish right here, you know? Now, you might be able to make it to the end. You might be able to make it to the end now. It'd be a little bit of a stretch. It'd be a little bit of a stretch. If you have the patience to wait in the middle of the pack, save as much fuel as possible, and as soon as you hit your mark, you can go. That's what they're going to need to do. But
yeah, this is going to turn into a fuel mileage race.
Yeah, and you know it's a fuel mileage race when you have Gavin Austin. He's on the apron trying to save right now. But
yeah.
All right, lights in the pace car off, stacked up 2 by 2, getting ready to get back racing again. Into the box we go, and green flag back in the air. Let's go racing again, baby.
Gavin Austin, he's going to move up to the top immediately. Trying to block both lanes.
Here comes a run down to the bottom. 24's got it with him, giving a big push in the corner. Also big pushes the 20 right on the back bumper of the 24. Inside line making moves early. 12 behind the McDowell car. And it looks like Brink and Austin are going to move it up top. And Zarate takes a lunge down to the bottom very quickly, but very smoothly. This is going to leave... Ooh, 3 wide action here. 3 wide.
Aiden Walker and Nicholas Martinez Jr. They're trying to make it work.
Here comes Collymore to the middle with Zarate. 3 cars down low, 5 up top, 3 in the middle. Might be able to make it work. The higher up these cars are, it tends to work out a little bit better.
The high side, though, with the momentum. But the middle lane with more cars. Oh, the middle lane moves to the bottom lane, and they're no longer 3 wide.
No longer 3 wide, but a very, very awesome spectacle to watch. We might see Zarate try to make it 3 wide again. Watch out. Whoa, big push in the corner right there. The 93 gives Austin a big push, heading off into 3 there.
Yeah, keep in mind, the 22 of Christian Zarate does have new tires, so he will be able to make moves, and they will stick a little bit better than some of the other drivers.
Let's just acknowledge this crossover move that just happened. Aiden Walker just crossed up. He just crossed up Garrett Austin. Faked high, went low, and now Austin's dropping back a little bit. Wow, what a move there by the driver, the number 93. 48's giving him big pushes. Martinez looking to sweep the weekend here, getting 2 wins at Daytona back to back. Got Kai Collymore, Gavin Austin rather. Huge run, trying to take it on the top side draft in the 48 as hard as he can, right on the quarter panel. Watch that move happen. Oh, very intense
Here
driving
comes Chase
right
Trail.
here.
Getting to the push.
Heading off in the 1. Again, a huge side draft here. Not sure how well this is going to work for Gavin Austin, given he was saving a lot of fuel during that pace lapse. Is he going to be able to make it? He might have to pit one more time, and if he does, he's going to have to hope for another caution. Him and Krall are going to take it low. Trevino up leading the top side with Rhodes and Zarate behind him. Ooh, wow.
Gavin Austin coming from the IDK Player League. And now he has a full-time cup ride in the Wendy's Mobile.
Wow. I didn't know he come from the IDK Player Leagues, but he's doing a great job right now. Taking his lead and running away with it. He's building up big runs. Solid driver here. My personal driver of the day, but wow. Ripping the top side, making these kind of moves to put himself in this position. Here we go. 36 more laps to go. Trevino and Rhodes make a run down to the bottom, but here's the block by Krall and Austin. A little bit of a stack up in the back. Going to be put not 3 wide quite, but Jackson Brown seems to be peeking out a little bit. The guys on the outside seem to be falling back. Can't really get it put together quite yet, but I think the guys on the inside trying to play a little bit more conservatively. They know they need to save this fuel. They know they have a little bit more longer to go, and this will be a stretch. This run will be a stretch. Xander McKinney making a big run up to the top 3.
Gavin Austin moves up to the high lane after being on the bottom for a little bit. Trevino leading that bottom lane. As Gavin Austin and Chase Crail come down to block again.
This looks like Jackson Brown is not afraid to put these guys 3 wide. That's not Jackson Brown. That's Tyler Helms, rather. Looking ready to put these guys 3 wide. He's poking. He's ready. But watch the move. The Wendy's car goes up top. Krall.
They're being very aggressive.
Wow.
The drivers got to keep in mind that there's a lot of racing left.
Officially 35 more laps to go. 34 at the line here. But this action is only just heating up right now. The outside line is taken away with it, but keep in mind the guys on the inside will be saving a little bit more fuel than these guys. But you got people like Krall and you got Austin making big blocks, just like you just saw. Wow, what an aggressive block. You could stick a piece of paper between those 2 guys right there.
Xander McKinney on the outside, he is like 6 laps down right now. So he might have to pull off near the end of this race to let the guys in the lead lap go for the win.
Not too much of a concern. He's really pushing the Krall machine, but he's pulling up to the top side right now, looking to get some clean air.
Just gotta watch their temps, make sure they don't overheat. Zarate pushing the 77.
A little bit of a stack up in the back, but Gavin Austin, what a guy. He's still leading up front. He's aggressive, very aggressive. Everybody in the field still stacked up 2 by 2. Alrighty, Austin, he's gonna tuck behind the 66. Not for much longer. He's just using that to build a nice run with Zarate, but he's gonna go back up. Block
3
it.
wide behind.
Wow, there it is. Jackson
Whitworth in
Brown,
the
not
wall.
afraid to take him 3 right down the middle. The Guns N' Roses mobile is gonna take it, but Nick Rhodes is getting a little bit of a pinch. Tight squeeze as the sea of cars is only widening.
Look at Xander McKinney and Chase Crail. They've pulled ahead, but you don't want to pull away too much, which I believe they might have. They could get swallowed up by this pack.
Especially while you're 3 wide. Oh, what is Zarate doing? Making a huge weave. Trying to scare these guys. Trying to get right behind Xander McKinney. Trying to get those pushes. Get the speed and build up to the top side. There he is. He's with Jackson Brown, who just made an incredible run. Splitting it 3 wide. 30 more laps to go here at Daytona International Speedway, and things are just heating up. As Zarate goes low.
Bottom.
Yes, he's still currently in the lead, but he's looking to get up front of McKinney maybe. Jackson Brown right behind him, saving some fuel, getting in that draft. We're about 13 laps on this stint as a couple drivers snag the wall. Alvarez and Brown tag it on the outside there. Head back over to the blimp camera to capture all this action.
The 2 in the wall.
It looks like this front pack's
Nicholas
really
Wright.
pulling away from the backpack here. You got Zarate, Alvarez, Jackson Brown with Crawl, Chase Crawl, Trevino, all those guys up at the front, and then you just got a big gap between Crawl and Trevino, separating these 2 packs out. But you got Jackson Brown to your lead now, right in front of Alvarez and Zarate. How long is this lead gonna last, and how much fuel is he consuming right now? Inside line really starting to pull away with it. Outside kind of coasting, but you have Cobb Jr., Juan Cobb Jr., another lap car who's still getting involved in this mix. Xander McKinney, big push to the 7. Tyler Helms trying to take it around the outside of these guys, trying to get a side draft. He's currently leading the outside line. Look at him go in that 7 machine, the Star Wars 7 machine. Here comes Alvarez, almost with a block to the outside. Little too late for Zarate, but he gets out of the gas.
Top lane trying to come through.
Right on board with this action. This is Christian Zarate. We're riding on board with him. See on the outside, maybe you'll see him poking out. Oh, block there.
Alvarez makes a move.
Alvarez, big move, big pushes. Here on the chopper cam. Alvarez to the lead, being pushed by Jackson Brown. Tyler Helms right up on the top side. Xander McKinney trying to build it, but Alvarez with huge moves takes the lunge up to the top side, getting the push, getting some draft, from Helms. Just an inch between him and Brown as he tries to make the move down low. This is some aggressive blocking coming up with just 25 more laps to go. Watch this huge run up on the top side here. Watch out for him. Oh, wanted to make the move. Not enough space. Jackson Brown needs to push more with Tyler Helms getting the big pushes from the lap car. Xander McKinney. It's a real interesting turn of events here as we have lap cars in the mix, helping the lead lap cars push and get position.
Coming up on 25 laps to go.
Keep an eye out for Finnegan Myers. He's fallen back all the way to 17th right now, if you're wondering where he is. I was just wondering where he is. He's in the back right now with Kai Collymore and Nick Martinez currently in the mix trying to save as much fuel as possible. Here, let's do this comparison, right? This year is going to be Jackson Brown. This will be Jackson Brown. Hold up. Right on board with Jackson Brown. Listen to him and his throttle inputs. No, aggressive. And here's Kai Collymore. You hear him, he's playing with the throttle a little bit. He's lifting out of it. He's trying to minimize consumption as much as possible. I'm curious to see what Finn's like. Yeah, he's close to about half throttle in the tri-oval. But Alvarez and Brown.
We saw earlier that Kai and Finn were working together really well, so we'll see if they can make their way through the pack and try to compete for the Daytona or for the Universal 500 Championship.
Interesting mix here. This is gorgeous. I have chills right now. I don't know about you, but I have chills right now. I'm excited to see a race to the finish here.
Oh yeah, 100%.
A little bit of spacing out between these drivers here. They got a lot of space to make moves here. And even if they don't have space to make the moves, they're still going to do it anyways. Alvarez, big block, kills the run of Crawl, and he's going to swallow back down to the front bumper of Helms. See what Crawl does, giving him nice pushes down into the tri-oval. Danny McKinney's falling back to 4th on the outside line. Keep in mind, he's still, what, 6 laps down. But you got Alvarez. You got Crawl.
Side draft by Jackson Brown.
Huge side drafts, pulling him back, and he's working well with
block.
door banging contact. Chase Crawl goes a little too low, gets in the inside, the outside door of Jackson Brown, but they maintain control. Wow. It's going to give Jackson Brown a little bit of space to make whatever moves he wants to make. He had the outside.
Another block. Wreck it in the back. Nicholas Road, Trace McDowell.
Wow. Big wreck into the tri-oval. A lot of cars around. Aiden Walker involved. Brogdon Whitworth. Kendorian Davis. You also see Finnegan Myers as well. Multiple drivers receiving a meatball flag, and we are just about 20 laps to go here, and a lot of the drivers we just spoke to who are out front dominating all day now have major damage.
I think it might have been Nicholas Road to cause that crash.
Well, let's go back and let's see what happened here. We gotta go back a little further. Let's see what happened.
Well, they started to stuff it 3 wide.
They were almost 4 wide, 1 car down on the apron, and bam!
Yeah. A bunch of big hits. Took out a lot of good cars, including Finnegan Myers involved in that crash. But keep in mind, these guys do have 1 fast repair. I think Finn still has it. So he won't be out of this one yet.
This is going to be a mad dash to the finish here. We'll be going green about 17 more laps to go.
Yeah.
Not a lot of time to make the moves if you're in the back, and if you do, you're going to have to make some aggressive decisions to get there. The big one here comes within 25 laps to go.
Let's see. Will they come down pit road, or do they have enough to make it? I think they're going to come down pit road.
Oh, you need to come down pit road. It doesn't matter. You will be good on to the finish here. You can take bare minimum amount of fuel. As long as you have about, I'd say, as long as you have about 30 laps of fuel in the tank, or when you go about 25 laps of fuel in the tank, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You see your leader, Alvarez. He comes down pit road. He's in his box and he's out nice and quickly.
Oh.
No tires and gas.
These guys are taking tires. Kai Collymore taking tires. A couple of other guys.
Looks like Brink, Zarate, and Alvarez, all gas, no tires. We got Crawl, you got Brown, Trevino, Martinez, and Collymore all coming out of pit road with Finn Myers. Is currently still getting his damage fixed. He's going to be sent to the back of the pack. Unfortunate. Hopefully not an end to his day there. Tyler Helms has currently assumed the lead. He stayed out. He might have enough fuel to make it to the end, assuming he's saving under caution here, turning the car off and clutching in 5th gear. He very well might be able to make it. Give me 1 second as we fix something with the stream. Nothing, I'm making it look better. Bear with us, folks, as we're making it look gorgeous. Even though it already is gorgeous, it's looking a little bit more gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's gorgeous, darling. It's gorgeous. I do want to appreciate all the support that I myself have gotten. I work a lot to do the things I can do, and I want to appreciate my new graphics card, the 4060. It's a great investment. It makes the game look great, or the simulator rather. It makes the simulator look gorgeous. You know, I can barely tell if I'm watching a real Daytona 500 right now. It just looks that good.
Pace car lights are off.
It's a little dark in the turn 3, I think. Or turn 1, rather.
Yeah.
Turn 2. It's very dark. Have the lights not turned on yet? Oh, it just looks pretty dark in that area, but
they might be experiencing some power outages.
We'll get maintenance crew on that. Hopefully, will not cause a delay in the action.
Yeah. The 7 of Tyler Helms and the 24 of Logan Brink will lead the field coming to the green.
For what could be the final caution of the night, Tyler Helms, Logan Brink, we're sending it off into the box, and we'll be getting back green once again here. Pace car, hard left-hander onto pit road. Into the restart zone we go, and back green at Daytona.
Not a good start for the 24 of Logan Brink. 22 pushing the 7 out to the front. They're gonna clear the outside lane.
Big moves here. Nothing drastic, but everybody trying to get themselves sorted out.
Squirrely on the top lane.
Tyler Helms still holding on to the top side, but they still need to get it figured out because we got the bottom lane coming through. Chase Crawl takes the top spot away on the outside. We got 3 wide action here. Whoa! Turned into the leaders. They stay straight, but not for too much long. Chase Crawl turned around, but they stay straight. 1 car around, 2 cars around. Caution comes back out, and big damage.
Trace McDowell involved in that one. Brogan Whitworth. Also
Nick
involved.
Martinez.
Let's see what happened there.
All right, let's go to the replay.
Well, I think there were 4 wide there, and then Nicholas Martinez got on the apron.
Yeah, Tyler Helms gave a push in the corner to Crawl, and around he goes. And just a checkup on the inside line is what happened. It just accordion throughout the rest of the pack there.
Oh, wait. The 89, Chase Crail actually went off the top. I didn't see that before. I only saw, what's his name? And then they glitched together a little bit.
Maybe a little bit of an internet issue, just ghosting through each other. I don't know.
I think that has something to do with the light failure. The internet, or the power.
"15 laps to go. We'll go green about 13 or 12 to go. Laps are ticking down and the end is near. What a race we've gotten so far. I believe this is caution number 3 or number 4. Caution number 4, I want to say. We saw a good green flag run from lap 1 till about lap 40. Quick caution, and then brought that until about lap 120, and then we start bringing more cautions into the mix, and or rather we made it about 100 laps green. We made it about 100 laps green on a single run. That was truly incredible. We've seen green flag racing. We've seen the incidents we've gotten here. It's been overall a very clean night so far, but as the tempers flare and the aggression is just cranked up to an unimaginable amount, it might take us a couple more to get to the end.
Should we bring somebody to the booth for an interview?
Maybe we should. Maybe we should. Who do we?
All right, who do you want to bring?
I'm trying to see who do we grab.
Finnegan Myers is in the interview waiting room.
Finnegan Myers is in the interview rating room. Let's grab Finnegan Myers. He was in Finnegan Myers. We got Finnegan Myers up in the booth. He was involved in a wreck on I don't know what lap, but it was the previous caution. What happened, Finnan?
Oh man, a lot of things happened tonight. A lot of I'd say questionable things. We had a really great battle born and raised Chevy Camaro. We had the best teammates I could ask for. I mean, we had a 25-second lead at one point. Caution happened. I haven't looked to see what it was for. And then for some reason, the officials decided to wave every race car around for no reason and argue that it was, quote, for better racing to give the cars that we had lapped another shot. And then we got wrecked by those cars. So that's unfortunate.
A very unfortunate turn of events. You had a very fast race car. You were doing such a great job all night long. You and the 39 both had a beautiful strategy going, but with some maybe questionable really calls, how do you look forward to moving on into next week?
I look forward to it. I don't like super speedway racing for this reason. We did everything right, no mistakes tonight, and then we get taken out while we're saving fuel by cars I lapped an hour ago.
Well, it must be a very upsetting night, and I do apologize to hear all this and to see it happen live. Is there anyone you'd like to shout out for your race tonight?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The boys at Battleborn and Rays do a nice job. We had a great-looking car for the first race of the season. I was happy to lead some laps, put it on pole. We did a really good job. Edmonds Motorsports, I know Les is out there watching. Sorry to say we didn't finish this one for you, but yeah, Detour Sunglasses, all those guys, they do a good job.
Well, sorry to hear about your night, Finn, and the reigning champion will be moving on into next week. Thank you, Finn.
Yeah, have a good night.
Again, Finnegan Myers, unfortunately, out of his race, involved in the previous caution. And we will be seeing him more next week. But racking them up, stack them up, 2 by 2. Once again, going down the back straightaway here. We're going to get ready to get back racing momentarily. We got Tyler Helms and Christian Zarate taking up the front row, but right behind, I feel like is a little more important to note. You got Kai Collymore, and you have Connor Blasco. Connor Blasco, the random number generator pick of the day, is in a prime position to push Christian Zarate to a spot where maybe Connor can feel like he can make a perfect move around him and be the first random number generated driver to win a race.
I kind of forgot about that.
I almost did too, but like I said, it's my favorite segment. So heading down to the restart zone, Barney with the flag in hand, pace car coming off, and we get ready to get back racing again, folks. 13 laps to go, make it 12, green flag back in the air. And back
Not
up
a
to
lot of help
speed.
for Christian Zarate.
Yeah, stuck with Blasco and Rhodes 2 by 2 throughout the field, throughout the top 12, I believe. Very solid run. Both lanes shot off pretty evenly, and they still continue to be pretty even going down the back stretch.
Zarate telling Connor to keep it straight.
Maybe not the person Zarate exactly wanted to be involved in pushing.
Whoa!
Oh! Squirrely. Sure, he's not too happy with the pushes he's getting now. He needs to push real straight, but this is going to allow Helms and Collymore to make moves. Here we go. Zarate now has Austin in front of him. Head back up to the blimp. It is very dark in the turn 2. On the front stretch, on the fronter part of the back straightaway.
Kai Collymore, really good pusher. Pushing Tyler Helms. Here comes Aiden Walker.
Aiden Walker trying to get the draft. Huge amount of draft on the off the tail end of Kai Collymore.
Oh!
Whoa, split
Crossover.
3 wide. Austin takes the top. Helms getting sucked down in the middle. He's got help though. Watch out for Trevino, gives a big push. Stack up on the top side. Blasco takes a nudge almost into the wall with Rhodes. Wow, what an aggressive move from Austin. Huge stack up 3 wide. Watch out for this bunch right here.
A lot happened there.
A lot to take in, but we got the tandem. The tandem of Trevino and Helms trying to make their moves right around. They got the front pack. Who else we got here in this mix? With 10 laps to go, make it 9. Collymore up front. Walker behind and Wilkins in third. Bunch of drivers stacking it up. Let's move over. Watch these aggressive drivers trying to make their moves. Here comes Wilkins to the top side. Big block by Collymore. Tries to take 2 lanes. Taking them all. Weaving down the back straightaway. He's trying to take it with Walker and Helms behind him. Not even Helms. That's Wilkins, rather. He's trying to block both lanes. Very aggressive moves. Kai Collymore. Big blocks. He's been up front all day. He's led the most laps. He wants this win bad. Top side seems to be fanning it out. He got 3 wide with Martinez in the middle. He's got Zarate, Brown, and a little bit of Brink to help him out. This 3 wide action. Ooh. Who is that? I can't see who that is, but someone just made a move from the middle to the top very sharply. That was Cartledge rather, but you got Jackson Brown still stuck in the middle, trying to make it work. Don't really know how well it's working currently because you got the likes of Kai Collymore rolling top side with the boys up top. But here comes a nice run from Wilkins. He's going to be working with Martinez and Zarate, trying to make that run happen down on the bottom in the corners. Seems to be working nicely, but here comes Kai Collymore down to the bottom with a nice block. Rolling on down the back straightaway here. Ooh, sharp moves. Wilkins takes the top side. He's probably going to get around Collymore.
He does. Outside lane.
Now watch out for the 05. He's working with the 93. Real sharp pushes between the 2 drivers. But watch this move. The 93 is abandoning the 05. Both of them are blinking. Aiden Walker takes the lead on the top side, but we got Kai pushing the 05 on the bottom, 3 wide with Cartledge on the top behind. What aggressive moves here. We're coming to 5 laps to go here. 5 more laps to
Aiden Walker.
Aiden Walker
trying to push. They're trying to get out ahead, but they can't get too far ahead or else the pack will catch up. Aiden Walker makes the move to the high side.
Trying to get around him. He's waiting for Tyler Helms to lock back up with him, but he's not
Tyler
going
Helms
to take
goes
it.
to the bottom.
Helms is going to go through the middle. Splits up 3 wide and up into
Going
the
wide and then crashing. Big hit. 1 upside down.
Wow. Nick Martinez, I believe, just got hooked. And we are going to have 1 more caution here, and we will go into an overtime restart to crown the Universal 500 champion. Wow.
It was Chase Crail to be upside down. A huge stack up by the 3 wide move caused the big one here late. It was the 05 and then, Nicholas Martinez.
Yeah, huge stack up the 05. Nick Martinez had to check up, and Zarate got involved with him, hooked him up, and then Crawl. I believe we got Brink Cobb Jr. all in there, and they just got taken out like that. But unfortunate turn of events right there. Chase Crawl had a great night, and now he's down pit road right now. But Tyler Helms currently up in the lead.
A lot of drivers getting mad at Zachariah Cartledge.
Wow. I have no words right here, but it comes down to who is who, and it's still, is it just me or is it really dark on track?
It's dark.
I cannot use the blimp cam because it is way too dark.
Yeah.
But
Is this going to be NASCAR overtime?
this will be NASCAR overtime. What a very interesting turn of events right here. You got Tyler Helms, you got Zach Trevino, Gavin Austin, and Aiden Walker. Those will be your front two rows. And then you got Kai Collymore. Kai Collymore, this is the strategy I know he wanted. He wanted this to happen. This is going to be one exciting restart right here. I'm going to see if we can pull someone up into the booth.
Tyler Helms.
See if we can, yeah, let's bring Tyler Helms up here. I can't really wait. I can move him. Move to. Oh, we're learning new things. Tyler Helms. No, did it not work? No. Okay. Bear with me.
Trace McDowell wants an interview.
Trace McDowell wants an interview. All right, let's bring Trace McDowell in here.
I'll
Bring Trace McDowell. Where is he? Trace McDowell.
I got him.
Trace McDowell is out of this race.
Hi.
Trace McDowell, you're out of this race. What happened?
When Martinez got loose, he just sandwiched me into the wall.
Martinez got loose, slammed into the wall. Overall, you were having a pretty solid race. You were running up in the top 10. Is there anything you could have done better?
No, probably not.
All right. Is there anything you need to look forward to or do better in getting ready for next week?
Nope. I will tell you one thing. The Toyota does not have enough horsepower to get up there.
Toyota does not have enough horsepower to get up there. Well, TRD has been having a pretty good year. It's actually what, GR Gazoo Racing or something like that, but real life they've been having a good year. Maybe not so much in iRacing. Anyone to shout out for tonight's race and moving on into the future?
Bye.
Okay. Stellar interview there with Trace McDowell.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go back to racing here just momentarily. Lights on the pace car are out. We are very excited. We're going to go down the back straightaway here. Tyler Helms, Zach Trevino, Gavin Austin, rather. I know a Garrett Austin. I'm sorry. Gavin Austin, rather. This is shaping up to be one great restart here.
Gavin Austin and the 93 have been really good pushers, so this is going to be an even restart here. All
right, Tyler Helms on the bottom. He's got control. We're heading down to the first overtime restart. Maybe the last, but get ready here. Barney once again, green flag in hand. Tyler Helms in control, brings it to the box, and green flag back in the air.
The bottom lane gets the jump. Tyler Helm's gonna come up and block.
Trying to make the move here. Watch this. Tyler Helms, Zach Trevino, and Aiden Walker. Watch the moves here, but this is gonna be a tight race to the line here.
Coming down the back straightaway.
Gavin Austin getting some big pushes by
switch
Kai
back.
Collymore. Takes it up the middle. Aiden Walker with them. You got Tyler Helms. And big blocks wrecking once
Oh,
again.
let's go! Big crash.
93-45 yard into the wall. Just got hooked. We will have another overtime restart here in Daytona. Yeah, let's take a look and see what happened there. Let's go to the replay.
Oh, I know what happened. It was the 45. He was being aggressive all day. The 93 and the 77 come down, and the 45 comes down, but he was not clear one bit.
Yeah, Alvarez wanted the bottom. He was following, what's his face, and got straight into Kai Collymore. One of the problems of following so close on a super speedway, but we're gonna go back one more restart here. You got Tyler Helms still up front.
Holy cow.
You got Gavin Austin.
Jackson Brown was inches away
Wow.
from being collected in that crash.
All right, so you got Tyler Helms up at the front, Gavin Austin, he's sat second, Zach Trevino still there, and there's Walker still there. But regardless, Zach Trevino, he's now in third, right behind Tyler Helms and Kai Collymore. Kai Collymore now in fourth. I'm taking a look at this outside line. This outside line, they got some great pushers and some fast cars. You got Austin and Collymore. I want to place my bets on the outside here. This is going to be an awesome restart.
Yeah, Collymore has the experience with being out front. I think he has the most laps led this entire race.
Does indeed have the most laps led this
Gavin
entire
Austin.
race.
And Gavin Austin definitely has the experience being the pusher. Do we want to bring somebody in the booth?
I don't think this time around. Let's not do an interview this time around.
All right.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a quick minute to grab some water because I got a lot more yelling to do.
Yeah, it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah. I feel like I still haven't hit puberty yet. Every single time I yell, my voice just still cracks. Actually, I keep a bottle of honey on my desk for when I have to do this kind of stuff. Fun fact about your broadcaster, Matt Gagnon, by the way.
Fun fact about your other broadcaster, Carter Cook. I'm only 12 years old. So.
Carter Cook is only 12 years old. Look at Carter Cook. Carter Cook doing something new. 12 years old. What a guy. What a stud. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Like picture like a dad, like giving him like one of those like head rubs or like one of those head pat things. Like that's me to Carter Cook right there. Taking Carter Cook under my wing. He's gonna be a phenomenal broadcaster, a great broadcaster actually.
Well, thanks, Matt.
The lights on the pace car are out. We're racking them up, stacking them up again, 2 by 2. I have honey all over my leg, and it is extremely sticky, and I don't like this one bit. But
Trace McDowell is spamming me on Discord right
well, Trace McDowell should have given a better interview, respectfully.
now. Yeah, Trace McDowell, your interview is mid.
Trace McDowell L interview. No substance, no answer. Yes and no is not an answer. No disrespect to Trace McDowell.
Yeah, he said, do you have any plans going into next weekend? No.
Cool. But anyways,
I think
you had a bet here. Who do you, out of what we got here, who do you think has the best shot to be in a position to win? Who do you think is going to win right now, Carter?
Oh, it's tough, but I think Kai Collymore, he has the aggression, and I think he's got what it takes.
I think I got Gavin Austin right now, because as I would like to say Kai Collymore, but I don't know if Zachariah behind him is going to be able to push him the way Kai needs to be to get around him. So I think what's going to happen here is Kai's going to give a push to Austin. The two of them are going to get around the bottom line. They're going to go down to the bottom. And then it's going to be Helms and Kai. And I don't think he's going to get around him. I don't think Kai's going to get around Austin. That's the play right there. Keep that in mind. Clip that as the pace car is going to take the left-hand turn off pit onto pit road. Off into the restart zone we go, and back green again, all rolling. Let's go racing.
Gavin Austin staying even. Kai Collymore with the pushes.
Ooh, big pushes. It's going to be a tight one. We're going to go down the back straightaway off of 2, all staying even. Watch this big push. Kai Collymore giving the pushes to Gavin Austin with Martinez Jr. back in the mix. Zarate right behind. They're both going to move low, but you got Martinez behind. Going onto the front straightaway. Getting ready to take the white flag this time by.
1 lap to go, sponsored by 40XL Racing Academy.
40XL Racing Academy, that's a sponsor. Gavin Austin in the lead with Kai Collymore right behind. Nick Martinez
pulled ahead.
Right in tow. These two drivers are locking bumpers.
Wrecking in the back.
Big wreck in the back. Zachariah Cartledge doesn't matter. He's ready to make the move.
Oh, they're blocking.
Watch out for Kai Collymore. Going all over the track. Gavin Austin with the big block. Nick Martinez right behind. All over the back bumper of the 77.
What's he going to do? Coming out of 4.
Kai Collymore looks to go high. Brings him high. Goes low down over the
bottom. Oh, they're
turns them around.
I don't know who won.
500.
Who won? Who got it?
Gavin Austin just won the 500 backwards.
Gavin Austin. Wow.
Wow.
A moment.
What a finish. Let's take a look at that finish.
That was awesome.
So here we are.
That.
Wow.
Wait, that was so close.
Let's go to
oh
the,
my goodness.
Let's see if we can.
Close.
Can we wait? How do I do this? Shit.
Control Z. Control Z.
Oh wait. No, I gotta get it to the right frame. We're going slow motion here. Wow. That right there is a finish and a half if I have ever seen one.
Yeah.
Gavin Austin has won the 500 backwards in a 4-wide finish by a right rear quarter panel. And there he is, damaged. Wow. What a finish to the Universal 500, the 5th running of the Universal 500. And there he is, crab walking his way. That is a crab walking Polish victory lap. Once in a lifetime finish right there, if I do say so myself. That was incredible.
Yep. There is some chatter about penalties, possibly.
Possible penalties. Any implications to the top 3?
Not yet, but they're definitely talking about it.
If I do have something to say myself, I think Gavin Austin did win this race. I believe Gavin Austin did win this
agree.
race.
I think his blocks were amazing. Perfect.
And I don't know if I would penalize Kai Collymore either. He had no room to make a move, but still had to try something.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look and see about getting some interviews going here. Let's actually go to our. Let's go take a look at our race results here. Let's take a look at our race results. So, unofficial results. We'll keep that in mind. Unofficial results currently go. Gavin Austin winning the race backwards. Second place is Kai Collymore. Third will be Nick Martinez. Fourth, you have Tyler Helms. Zach Trevino in fifth. That'll round out your top 5. Then we're looking at Jackson Brown, Juan Cobbs Jr., Aiden Walker, Brogdon Whitworth, and Trenton Wilkin to round out your top 10. Rest of the field will include Nick Rhodes in 11th. Alex Alvarez finishes in 12th. Connor Blasco, our random number driver of the race, will be finishing 13th unofficially. The 24 machine Logan Brink will be 14th. Christian Zarate in 15th. 38 machine Zachariah Cartledge will be in 16th. We saw the 66 of Xander McKinney will be finishing 17th. First car a lap down with Spencer Morris in the 00 in 18th. Kendorian Davis 7 laps down in 19th. And Chase Crawl, with an unfortunate end to his day, finishes in 20th. Grace McDowell in 21st. Reigning champion Finnegan Myers in 22nd. Colby Duckworth in 23rd. Contender Cup Classic champion Peter Hoppy in 24th. Riley Ibanez 25th. Aiden Cobarrubia in 26th, with Rex Jenkins in the 8 car finishing in 27th. And rounding out the field tonight, David Wilson in the 88 finishing in 28th. We now go trackside to our winner, our unofficial winner of the race, who... All right. I can't drag people. I don't know why, but I can't drag people. Let's go trackside to tonight's winner in what is truly an iconic finish, Gavin Austin. Wow. What do you have to say for yourself?
It's not official yet, which, I think is kind of stupid. So we'll see what the admins say about it. But man, I was driving that thing best I could for Mac 5 Racing and RGR, racing strong, our alliance and stuff. And man, I couldn't be more happy. I mean, great way to start off the season. I was up in the booth like you guys last year. I was out there up in the booth watching this race. So it was fun driving it and happy to win it, but admin's still talking about it at the moment. So
yeah, very thrilling race right there. Now you're going down the back straightaway, single filed out. You got Kai Collymore in your rear view mirror. What was going through your mind, and how did you plan on finishing this race, if not winning it?
You know, I don't know. I didn't really have a plan going into it. Chase just said I won official, so that's team owner.
All right.
Or I mean, league owner.
Well,
So.
Gavin Austin won the race. Yep. Well, we can change his question mark to an exclamation mark. Gavin Austin has won the Universal 500.
Yep.
Wow.
Proud to do it, man. I mean, started 17th. I got wrecked by the 48 intentionally last week in the duel. So,
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
him finishing behind me, I don't know. I guess he doesn't like me. I mean, a lot of this field does not like me. They say, you know, I don't know. I think I race as hard as I can. They don't like to see it. I'm out there making 3 wide moves and they don't like it. But you know, I'm a clean racer. A lot of people love me in the Irish community, but for some reason they don't like me in this league. So you know, it depends how it is. But happy to get it from Mac 5 Racing and Kendorian Davis and RGR, and the Wendy's 77 machine was very fast and couldn't have been built any better. And man, just a lovely race it was, working with teammates too. Chase Crawl, big shout out to him. He was fast all day, all night, I should say. Working with him was great. Ended up on his side though, which ended his race, so sucks for him. But I'd look out for him the rest of the year. He's quick. He has a fast number 83 machine, so I won't be surprised if he makes his way into victory lane sometime this year.
Speaking of the Wendy Chevy Camaro, who made your paint scheme? We've been talking about it all night long, and we're getting really hungry for some Wendy's nuggets and some of those Wendy's fries.
The paint scheme designer will also be the one and only Chase Crawl. So, Chase Crawl, if you're ever interested in a paint scheme, CK Graphics, they can hook you up. That's Chase Crawl with a nice deal over there. Makes lovely, beautiful paint schemes, the best in the business, best on the sim. A lot of people say, including me. So Chase Crawl, he's in the UiS Discord if you guys want to contact him. Everyone watching. But man, I mean, this wouldn't have been possible without my teammates. People for some reason are saying this race is controversial or whatever, but you know, glad to win it. And you know, I can't thank you guys enough for being up in the booth and broadcasting this. So thank you guys and everyone at home watching too.
Thanks. Is there anyone else you'd like to shout out? I know you shout out a lot of people, but if there's anyone else you'd like to shout out, please do so now.
Yeah, I'll shout out my teammates. Kendorian Davis, Chase Crawl once again. CK Graphics for the paint scheme. Once again, Chase Crawl. Everyone working with me that race. Kai Collymore was working with me or not working with me, but he was doing a great job pushing those last final laps, and then decided to turn against me, which, you know, going for the win, and called the call stupid that I was so-and-so Logano blocking, even though he was sideways already by the 48 pushing him. But I'm glad to win it. What a finish. Winning it backwards. I'm happy. So yeah, shout out once again, all my teammates, sponsors, RGR, Mac 5 Racing, Kendorian Davis, Wendy's, and everybody, Coca-Cola, Pristine Auction, everybody. So.
Well, that does it for your winner tonight, Gavin Austin, in a truly iconic finish, winning it backwards by a right rear corner panel. Gavin Austin, congratulations once again. You are the 5th running of the Universal iRacing 500 champion.
Thank you.
Gavin.
Oh, sorry. We're going to go now to our runner-up finisher, Kai Collymore, who is currently MIA. You might have to pull him out of his racing chat, but Kai Collymore, if we can try and grab him.
I can get him for you.
Thank you.
Or try to. Oh, wait. Hold on. Shoot.
Maybe. If not, we might just have to grab Nick Martinez.
Shoot.
Here, let's just grab Nick Martinez. You want to do this
Okay,
interview?
I got him. I'll get him. 1 second. It's gonna take a little bit. Okay. Okay, he's here.
Oh, we got Kai Collymore. Hi, Kai Collymore.
Yep.
I can hear some maybe a little sadness, frustration in your voice already. What an amazing finish. How much more did you need to get past that right rear quarter panel?
Well, we just needed, I'd say, a fair and official, and probably not a guy who just blocks anything that comes behind him. I mean, walled me on the backstretch almost, but I think all we needed was just what we had in Florida, a better run off the corner. Um, I mean, Nick did a good job trying to push me there, but I don't even think it's official yet because Hector said he was reviewing it. And either way, I'm gonna protest the hell out of that because he manipulated the race by wrecking someone. Um, and I don't know. I just hoping that this comes back and I win it because he doesn't really care about the league. And I just think we need more luck on our side. And it would have been amazing to have, finishing third in the duel, third in Arca, second in Xfinity, and then winning Cup. But I'm hoping that the penalty comes out, and hopefully, if not, I'll just protest it and hopefully win it. But I don't know.
And to take some official action with Kai Collymore. Let's move it off of tonight's race and let's focus on to the future. Next week, I don't exactly know where we are next week, but how excited are you for that track that we're going to next week?
I'm very excited. We've won at Atlanta before. It's my birthday on the same day, so I'm hoping that we have more magic there than we did here so far. But it'd be really like, it would be very emotional to come out here and win this track, with everything we've gone through in this league and everything else in my personal life, I guess you could say. But I really want to win Atlanta. I've won there before. One of my best tracks statistically, even on the 2008 version. But we're just looking forward to going out there in all three series, I think, maybe all two series, and going out there, giving our best as we do every week and taking home a checkered flag, hopefully.
Well, Kai Collymore's got his hopes set high, and for tonight, right behind a right rear quarter panel. But Kai, do you have anyone you'd like to shout out for tonight's race, tonight's finish?
I want to thank my mom for giving birth to me. I want to thank Nicholas Martinez for helping me. All of Kimura Racing actually for helping me. Walker, Myers, and I actually that's it on their team. I want to thank Zach for signing me, helping me. I want to thank Nick and Chris for helping me as much as they could. Uh, uh, what's his name? Helms for giving me a little bit of a countdown through there. I also want to thank 40XLI for giving me fast race cars every weekend. We just can't live up to how much speed they have. And we'll just move on to next week and we'll thank more people there, hopefully.
Alrighty. Still, regardless of finish, maybe a winner, maybe not a winner, one hell of a finish, and we wish you better luck, driver, and we will see you next week at Atlanta.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That does it for Kai Collymore, and the 39 machine finishes in second, about 100th of a second back. 100th of a second back. That's the official gap between him and Gavin Austin. Going to our third place driver right now, who, according to our timing, has actually tied Kai Collymore. We're gonna pull up Nick Martinez into the booth. Do we have Nick Martinez here yet?
Yep.
Hi, Nick Martinez. Carter, you want to do this
Hello.
interview?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do a Carter interview.
What was needed there? What was needed there for you to get that quarter panel?
I mean, what I really needed was just for Kai to stay with me better. I mean, we were gonna work together. He just couldn't get to the outside lane. Gavin Austin was checking up, blocking. He shouldn't even been in there. Honestly, if we're being totally honest, he shouldn't have been there. But yeah, honestly, I just needed everything to like I don't know. I really don't know what I needed. I can tell you. I mean, I don't. That race was being manipulated, so I don't know. I just needed it to be a clean race.
Yeah, all right. Do you have anybody to thank for this race?
Yeah, I want to thank Xander, my teammates, Kai Collymore, working with him the whole race. Zarati worked with him too, and yeah, that's about it.
I actually have a
All right, well,
question.
you heard it from
I actually have a question. Who inspired your paint scheme? Did you make your paint scheme? I do like your paint scheme. It's got some nice elements of like a Jimmy Johnson style scheme, and I think it's got like a little WeatherTech scheme, a little WeatherTech influence, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, that 48. I really don't like the Alex Bowman current 48 he uses. I think it looks really ugly. So I'm using Jimmy Johnson's 48. Yeah, and a guy called Diego Rodon makes it. He charges $20 per scheme, plus an additional 3 if you want a spec map. But yeah, that the main Jimmy Johnson element, of course, is the top number. It's all yellow, and the actual number itself.
Well, I think it looks pretty nice, and again, podium finish there for Nick Martinez. Solid finish. Maybe not the one you wanted. You actually, on my scoring sheet, you tied with your teammate there at the line there.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I went back and reviewed the photo, like the photo cam. He won by like a paper length. Maybe.
A paper. Wow.
Like
Truly,
that close.
really incredible. But Nick Martinez, thank you, driver. Wishing you the best of luck, and we'll see you next week at Atlanta.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Normally, we'd only interview the top 3, but this was a 4-wide finish. I think it's only right to bring in Tyler Helms to round off the 4-wide finish. We might as well just bring in Tyler Helms. Tyler Helms, you are part of probably, I think, one of the greatest finishes to the Universal 500 I've ever seen, I've ever been a part of. You were about 300ths back from a checkered flag, from taking that checkered flag. What more did you need there?
Honestly, I think it was mainly just Chris Sidreft and Zach on the coming to the white flag, because me and Zach, we were working really well that last run or whatever when we got to the front, and we were gonna stay together, and Chris Sidreft the crap out of him, and then it just, I don't know, the draft, the way that iRacing made it, honestly, I feel like it's extremely unrealistic, and he just couldn't get to me, and I couldn't get to the guys in front, so that's mainly it. Um, I mean, we were fast all day. Obviously, there could have been something. Maybe I could have slid up in front of Gavin on the initial restart instead of staying with Zach. But I mean, we'll learn from it, and eventually we'll get our first one.
Well, I think you had a pretty solid night, a solid run. Talk to me about momentum moving into next week.
I mean, it's old Atlanta. I don't really know. I've never driven it in the next gens. I mean, I've driven it before in like trucks and Gen 4s and crap like that, but I've never driven it in the next gens. I mean, we finished the season, I mean, pretty strong, I'd say, even though I didn't make the championship for Hyperdrive. I mean, I was in until I wrecked myself at Phoenix, but the entire day I was top 5. The race before that, I was top 5 all race. Today, I was, most of the race, I was like at the back because lost the draft, and I feel like I have the speed to compete for wins. It's just I feel like I need to get just maybe a little bit more aggressive and stop worrying so much about hoping the people on my team, because I feel like I'm mainly just trying to help the people that I'm working with more than what I should actually be doing. Because I think 90% of the people would have just left Zach in that spot. But I mean, it's 2 500s in a row where, I mean, obviously I had heartbreak last year. Obviously hurt a lot worse, getting past at the last second. This one was pretty cool. Honestly, it reminded me of Cup Classic from 2 seasons ago with Jacob finishing upside down with the win. But I mean, we were right there. Honestly, I at first I thought I had the win, but I mean, we were right there. Hopefully, we can keep this up. This is still a really good start to the season, and hopefully, I mean, obviously the goal is a championship, so hopefully we can get to that point by the end of the season. It's a long season, so can't really cope on one race.
Not at all. But again, very good finish. Tyler Helms, send him off. Shout out who you need to shout out. What we got tonight?
I mean, Logan, obviously, Logan Brink, always works with me on the super speedways and most of the races. Obviously Zach, I mean, me and him work together. A lot of this race. trying to go through the list. Spencer Morris, me and him, we were trying to draft together to get back to the guys, and obviously Jacob Quill, as you know, I am Jacob Quill's apprentice, and I guess me and him are calling the season the Empire Strikes Back, because me and him both choked championships away. So I mean, obviously him, I am the apprentice. So we'll shout out Jacob Quill. Obviously sad wasn't here today, but we'll try to keep this momentum up into Atlanta and hopefully get a win in the next couple of races.
Well, as always, best of luck to you, driver, and we'll see you next week at Atlanta, all right?
Yep.
Thank you. Well, that right there was your coverage of the 5th running of the Universal 500 here in the Filter Time Cup Series, brought to you by the UiS Series. Hereby joined by Carter Cook. Carter Cook, any final words?
Thank you for letting me be a part of this.
Of course,
It was a great race.
Carter Cook will probably, if you're available, we'll probably see you next week. We will get you back going again.
I'll
I
be there.
appreciate your time and I appreciate the effort. You did a great job today. Thank you, Carter.
I appreciate you too.
As for myself, I'd like to thank all the racing officials, everybody who puts on these races, everybody who supports me in this, and all the viewers out there tuning in every week and really supporting the show here. And with that, we will send you off somewhere else to someone else's stream, and we wish you all a very good night, and we will see you next week for ARCA, I believe, on Monday, that I can't really tell you where, but we will see you at Atlanta for the Jones Racing Setups Contender Series and the Filter Time Cup Series. Thank you all, and have a wonderful night.
Thanks, Matt.